Fuck if you got that
Especially
gun.
a white boy in the military,
I done told a
ex-military
nigga
white
before,
boy.
I'll
You
make
think
you
he
eat
tough?
that motherfucker before,
Yeah.
right? I done told a nigga straight to his face, nigga, I'll make you eat that goddamn gun. Nigga, right? See, like, motherfucker, I'm telling you. And you aggressive motherfucker after saying shit like that? Listen,
Especially a trained killer.
So you the crazy nigga. So you...
No, the ex-military motherfucker.
I should have got
crazy
popped.
nigga.
I should have, motherfucker. I didn't aggressive. I wasn't the original aggressor, right? I just had a gun pulled out on me. But yeah, you don't like, bro. Don't take no chances with that. Don't take no chances. Y'all tell y'all daughters don't take no chances. We can get a lawyer.
Facts.
You go ahead and we gonna get a lawyer and fight this.
And when
right?
she
but
pulls her
you
gun
gonna
out,
be alive.
she never pulls it out to be an aggressor. She pulls it out to almost
No.
defuse the situation. She's pointed it at the ground. I ain't see her pointed at him until she shot him.
Hey, y'all live, just letting y'all know.
She ain't pulled that thing out.
Ask question again. The asking start.
We gotta watch the video. We gotta find the video.
Somebody introduce the topic. What we're discussing today.
No, we can't watch the video in here.
As long as somebody can control it and we can like talk over it and all that, we can't. That's public. Like if you get it from like CBS or
no,
like
I'm saying we in the wrong room. I'm saying we're in the wrong room.
Oh, okay.
We were supposed to be
in do it in the stage
in center stage. Yeah,
right. But if y'all want to switch, that's fine. But if not, one of y'all could share the screen, and then I could at least share whatever part of the video. Just play the video.
That's too complicated. Just switch to center stage.
But a lot of
Chef
people
that chef know how to run it. The chef got to know how to put it up.
I don't know how to do that.
But I mean, still discuss it.
And a lot of people seen it. A lot of people seen the video, so like we can discuss it too. Yeah.
No, we can still discuss it, but
all right. So real quick. So for the audience, right? Shouts to y'all, Carnivorous Podcast. So what we're discussing today is there was a shooting in Florida. Haskell's going to be moderating this conversation. There was a shooting in Florida where a white man and a black woman had a verbal dispute in the parking lot of a Walmart. It's kind of we're at odds, but he chased her around the car. Essentially, the bare bones information is he chased her around the car essentially, and then he shot her. She pulled out her gun. She has it on phone, looking at him, filming him, and he advanced. She shot him once in the abdomen. He later went to the hospital and died. She stayed there for the police. The police apprehended her. She claimed self-defense. They took her information and let her go, and they're waiting to announce charges. What we're trying to sort out here, and we do understand Florida stand your ground law, but what we're trying to understand here is whether the shooting was justified in our eyes, right? Or whether or not she was wrong for shooting that man. Haskell is doing the question and answer. Take it away, Haskell.
Yeah, so the first where I would like to start is, if possible, I don't know if Chef is busy or whatever, but I'd like to be able to, if possible, all of us watch a few videos and then we could start recording our opinions on it. Is that possible, Chef? You available?
No, I can't do that right now.
Not right now? All right, no problem. So yeah, I guess we'll do it like we did it before. We'll just go around the room. So let's start with Brother Brass, since he can't be here too long. I think that's a perfect place to start. So Brass, what say you from both an ethical and a legal standpoint?
Go to someone else. I'm gonna try to find the unedited part. I'm gonna share that screen so that they can see it, the chat without us, and then I'll come back. So that way we'll at least have the shooting on the video. So you go ahead and I'm gonna find the video and I'll tell you when to stop and start.
Yeah, as long as the chat can see it, I don't.
Yeah, as long as the chat sees some form of the video on the live, and then I could bring back the Discord. But go ahead and talk while I find it. Then I'll tell you when to stop. I'm gonna play the video, and then we can, and then I'll bring it back to you, so you can go ahead.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, another part of this that people might not be aware of. yet is the fact that she or he actually boxed her in with his car or attempted to, right? So that's still kind of foggy because, there's some media reports that when he boxed her in, that he walked into the store and that during that time when he was in the store that she was able to scoot into the spot. I don't believe that was true. But of course, more details will come out. But he did box her in with the vehicle, according to witnesses that were at the scene. So there was lead up prior to this confrontation. And then on the video, when you first see him approaching her, there is a white Honda, looks like a Honda Odyssey, in the parking spot next to the woman who shot him, right? So that vehicle pulls out of the parking spot, leaves, because they could see something's about to go down. The woman who ends up shooting him initially comes out of her vehicle with her gun pointed downward. So obviously she was anticipating some sort of confrontation that she felt could potentially escalate to violence. So she came out ready.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm trying to find the long form video. Only one I'm finding is the one where he walked up on her initially. I don't see the video of him chasing. Are y'all sure that that's on video? Y'all saw that?
It's on video. Most definitely.
Okay. All right. So when he was going around the car. Y'all got a link for it. Put in the general chat to make my life easier.
All right. Let me go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find the one I can type.
Because the thing with mainstream media, they going to chop some shit up. And that goes for the so-called liberal media and the so-called conservative media.
All owned by the white imposter G.
They all play the game the same way. So yeah, let me see if I can find that link for you, Brad.
Yeah.
When did this happen, by the way? Oh, by the way, hey Chef, I got a chance to catch your show on Frederick Douglass this morning. I saw some of it. Yeah. Good job, bro. I actually appreciate the fact that you do I actually appreciate, I saw the concept of what you was trying to do.
My
I actually appreciate that you'll give but I actually appreciate you'll give the actual information first. You know what I mean? Like the actual read. That shit was fire to me. That shit was fire. I replayed it for my son. I told him to write me something on it. That was fire.
Yeah, especially
that was the best 4th of July show out of them all.
About Frederick Douglass' younger life, right? How we always think of him as like this old, decrepit man, but we don't know, like, he actually was a fearless motherfucker. He was ready to level up. You know
they only show him as that one old ass picture where everything white. It's like he ain't never been. He like Morgan Freeman. Like he ain't never been in.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah, that shit was fire, brother. I didn't get a chance to tell you like in the moment, but I saw that little distortion. I was trying to let you know. It was like every 10, 15 seconds a line to come through, but I was out at a cookout. But that shit was fire, bro. That shit was definitely fire.
So Washington celebrating the 4th. Enjoy. So back to the girl now, because we enjoyed that show with Sheffrin, but a lot. I was looking at the viewership count at the time, and it was like maximum 20 people watching live, because all of us was out there celebrating the 4th, exploding firecracker. Yeah, we enjoyed it.
No, that was he hadn't been live in a while, so that's always going to be a little bit low because he's not in the algorithm.
You know that.
Yeah. But I'm gonna give you what you want now, Paul. So yes, I grew up popping fireworks. I'm probably gonna die popping fireworks. Any opportunity, with as hard as I work and the people around me work, anytime I could do something for them. It wasn't a cookout for my family, it was a cookout for the people that work with me and for me. So I anytime I get a chance to give them the appreciation and the federal government gives me the time to do it, I'm gonna do it. So if I gotta use it as an excuse and all of that, we wasn't singing the Pledge of Allegiance, and we wasn't doing the
I was red, white, from head to toe.
Yeah,
I was red, white, and blue from head to toe.
Yeah. No, we ain't do that, but it was just a chance for, because I like to, the people I work with, and the people that work for me. I like to, I like to know their wives, their kids, and all the kids mingle and stuff like that. It makes everything else we do a lot easier. So
no, obviously not. So you were red, white, and blue in it up.
Yeah, the receipt for all that shit was red, white, and blue. yeah, it costs. But no, we don't really got to do fireworks. But they suspended. I don't know what happened in New York, but they suspended pretty much everything over here because we had I don't know what the hell that was yesterday, Truist, but we had a damn like a fucking monsoon or some shit.
Yeah, because of the heat. Because of the heat.
Yeah, like bro,
that rain coming, man. That earth got to cool the fuck off.
Bro, my fucking table is my table went so far off into the distance, I ain't even go get that shit. It was just gone. Like the shit went up and gone. The decorations, and it was quick. Like within like 5 minutes, it went from like, is it gonna rain to like a fucking monsoon storm type shit. So we just moved everything on the inside.
Yeah, we didn't even have no cookout on the 4th of July because it was too hot. Everybody canceled all.
Bro, it was 113 degrees Saturday.
It was 118.
Yeah.
I was like, no way. No way.
Hey,
all right, let's get to it, y'all.
Did you see the Coney Island beach? Did y'all see that sandstorm they had in I think that was at Coney Island. They had a sandstorm. They had to cancel that stuff down there too. It's like something out of the Mummy.
Little like fucking tornado.
Yeah, there was like tornadoes forming on the. I'm telling you, hey, Truist, we the closest. This day after tomorrow, shit, man. Hey, if you ever get in trouble, you can cross that bridge. I'm telling you that, bro. This day after tomorrow weather is crazy. 113 is not normal. All right, I'm gonna play the regular shooting because I don't see the nobody dropped the link yet. So I'm gonna play for the chat the regular shooting, at least give them a link that they can go and see it for themselves because it's on YouTube. So and they're gonna play woman shoots Army vet over Walmart parking spot.
Hey Brass, I found a video on TikTok of the full thing. I don't know if you could, play TikTok videos or whatever.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I got the link. See if I can.
I just put the link in the regular. It's in the regular chat. I put the link.
Okay. Well, I played the 28 seconds. I can come back and play yours so you at least get the conversation started because we talking about barbecue and shit. Actually, I could just go to the general chat of Discord. Give me 1 second. Don't say nothing. Just give me 1 second. I could just go to the general chat in here because I'm on Discord right now. Y'all stay in here. I'm gonna come right back. I'm just going into the general chat. General chat.
I find the name of that video, Woman Shoots Army Vet, pretty telling, but I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Top Dollar.
Yeah, I agree. And that title doesn't do what they think it's doing because it actually helps her case a little more. Not that she knew he was an Army vet, but not only is he a man, he's an Army vet, and he was approaching her with a gun in her hand. But, hey.
Yeah, he was dead wrong. And that title has been up and down my Facebook daily.
Yeah, but that's it. Like that's the question. Let us go on because we're in there. We will be able to watch it.
Yeah, I'm seeing if Brass is successful in getting a video played, and then we'll take everybody a bit.
That also would explain why he had no fear that she had a gun in her hand. Art like that actually.
The video is playing right now.
Okay, beautiful. All right. So once it's done playing, then we'll get everybody on the record.
Left, and then y'all will discuss it after the shoot. And then it stops right at the shooting. Okay.
Yeah, so if anybody in here hasn't seen the full video, you played it on YouTube, right, Brass?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, so
he didn't chase her around no goddamn car. Y'all niggas is crazy.
He walked around the car. You don't see that in the video.
I heard chased around the car. That's what I heard.
So what is okay? So you're harping on the chase.
No, I'm saying she walked around the car. No. Go ahead. They saw it on YouTube. Now do your thing. The video was seen. Now do your thing.
All right, perfect. So everybody in the chat, y'all just seen the video that Brass played on YouTube, right? I'm just gonna go around the room. All right. So first up, we got Brass. So Brass, with this new information, because previously you didn't have that, we're gonna kick it off with you, sir. With this new information you have, what say you, both legally and ethically? Justified shoot or murder / manslaughter?
Okay, so it does. My answer does change some. Ethically, she shouldn't. I don't think she should have shot him. Ethically, but legally, understand your ground. My initial was he got out the car, walked up to her, and she shot him. But that wasn't the case. They have been talking. She's walking around the car to get away from him. He's still walking. Then he walks back to go to his car and then comes back to walk up to her. Under Florida, stand your ground. She's justified in shooting him. Ethically, I don't hear anything, so I don't know what they're saying. But he didn't make like any violent advances towards her. He has his hands up. He's showing her his hands. But my question then, though, I don't know why if she got to walk around a car to get away from him, then it's justified. I just don't think it's ethically correct, but it's definitely legally justified. I think if someone should be giving you or showing you some signs of some deadly force, in order for that to be justified. But I want to hear the audio in closing. In closing, if he said anything like, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to beat the shit out of you, anything like that, then it's justified ethically and justified legally. Because I don't see the fear for the life, because she's the only person with a gun. I got to go, though. I'm here, though. But I got to go.
All right, for sure. Appreciate you, bro. So we got Chef up next and then Logic.
I thought American Dream was before me.
No, we got it. We got it. You up next, Chef. So did you see this video prior with him following her around the car?
Yes.
All right. So go ahead and give your opinion on ethically and legally.
Ethically, I think she's wrong. I don't agree with the stand your ground law. I think it puts Black people at a disadvantage more so than white people. And then again, I don't trust white people to dole out law justly when it comes to us in the first place. So any law that gives anybody the right to kill and the right to bear arms, I think that we're always going to be on the short end of the stick when the dust settles. So I disagree with it ethically. I think the sister could have made a better choice. Legally, according to the stupid ass law, stand your ground. If all things hold true, then she should be found legally not liable for it. I mean, not responsible for it not being a murder. You know what I mean? Under the stand your ground law. So she's justified legally, from what I understand, to stand your ground.
Perfect. Brother True.
Go to the next person real quick. I'll go right after Logic.
Yeah. Where you at? All right. If Logic not available, Stoopies.
Oh, you talking to me?
It's only Logic. We know.
My fault, man. I'm doing shit. I ain't even keeping up with where y'all at, bro. My bad. My fault.
Did you see the video that Brass played on YouTube?
it's got to be the same video that y'all been posting in the chat for like the last couple of days. And I mean,
It's the same video.
Yeah, I said the same thing before. Like, you know, if she got 15 minutes to hold that phone, she could have called the police. I don't know. I just feel like it's, you know, I feel like she got other options, and it's hard to look at that and say that this woman's life is in danger. She the one holding the gun. You know what I'm saying? She at any point in time, like, this chick could go left because you holding this gun. Like, that's unfortunate, but I definitely want her to protect herself. But I mean, lethal force, I don't see where that should have happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't see where she gonna have a good case for her life being in danger to use lethal force. Like, I don't see it.
All right. So I don't know if True is ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think ethically, right? It can be debatable ethically, right? Whether or not, and the only part of it I think is ethically debatable for me is whether she should have popped out with the gun in the first place, right? But everything past that point, I think is even ethically okay with me. Now, in terms of legality, she's completely within the law of stand your ground. The number one element everyone keeps ignoring seemingly is the fact we're talking about a woman and a man, right? Even before we get to the racial undertone, we're talking about a woman who has physical disadvantages against a man who now we're finding out is an Army vet. That probably explains why he showed no fear of a person telling him to back up or retreating from him with a gun in her hand, right? Most individuals, when they see someone has a gun in their hand, right, is not going to continue to try to pursue and approach said person with a gun in their hand. But an Army vet might, because he's probably seen a bunch of people with guns in their hand, right? So I don't want people to overlook the fact that we're talking about a woman, and now we're talking about someone we know to be an Army vet who kept approaching her. And again, I want to know from everyone that thinks this was an unjustified shoot, what do you think he would have done if he were able to successfully close the distance on her? What do you think that outcome would have looked like? And would that have put her in physical danger? So for me, in terms of stand your ground, the minute she kept trying to retreat, and he kept trying to approach her, even while she has a gun in one hand and her phone in the other, which indicates she probably had no intent to kill the man. She had a gun in her hand. And even when she did shoot, she shot him once. I think it was a justified shoot legally.
Perfect. All right, Stu Peas. Stu Peas not available.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm waiting. And I'm looking at the shoot. Nobody deserved to die. That's not a conversation we're having. My conversation is that a man totally showed total disregard for his safety. She had the right to stand her ground, but at a million times he could have walked away. He could have walked away. Was he standing his ground also? No. Brad said something earlier that the danger of this is that are we going to have open season on shooting Negroes? Right?
Information, Stu Peas, real quick. She wasn't recording. She was not recording with her phone.
She was calling the police.
She was on the phone with the dispatcher. That was illegal. That was legal. Everything she did was legal. Everything that lady did was legal. I just watched a whole different video. I got a whole different perspective.
Yeah, I know that.
She was never.
I didn't even know that.
I agree.
I know that.
Hold on, y'all.
She did exactly what she was supposed to do.
All right. Let me finish.
Hold on, everybody.
I agree.
Real quick, Stu Peas. Corey, put that link in the general chat if you could. Go ahead, Stu Peas.
Yeah. No, I knew that you were speaking to the dispatcher. Yeah, I knew that she was speaking to the dispatcher because I was following the case. I wish she wouldn't have shot him because this case is about how far stand your ground goes now in Florida. Meaning that if I have an interaction with anybody now in Florida and I say, hey, and them say, hey, I walking away. Because everybody in Florida carry a gun. It's home season now. And the likelihood of it being home season on niggers, I understand what Brass is saying. The optics.
What?
Yeah, but it was a justified shooting. And it wasn't a shooting over a parking lot space anymore. After he came back, it was about her safety. It was about his intimidating her. The space didn't matter after he went and parked his car and came back to her. Because he got a spot. So he should have walked away. But no, he's coming back to her now to impose his will. So it's no longer about a parking spot. It's about a clash of will that this army, this trained individual, feel that this woman has no right in his mind to deny him of a parking spot.
He even
And he's going
heckled.
to let her know.
He was even heckling her because at one point he came around the car and was like, "Yo, what's up?" Like you could see his body language, like he was like coming at her like I'm sure he used some type of racial like you can look at his body language like you know he started saying some hood shit to her like at his body like he was heckling her like you know what I'm saying you pulling your gun out you hard
let's
now.
get everybody on the record first and then we're gonna open it up, Corey. So you finished
So let me finish. So it was a justified emotional shot because if it was my wife and he was coming up and after that, I tell him, shoot that fucker. Shoot him. Shoot him. He want to be shot. In Jamaica, we ever saying, when plant want dead, it shoot. That means that when banana want dead, it shoot. Meaning that it ripens, it produces fruit. It's the end of the life for that. He wanted the altercation and he got one. And he didn't survive it. And I apologize. I apologize to his family that he's so stupid, but that was a fool. And something they have to live with for the rest of their life. Somebody else.
Yes, sir. All right. Top Dollar King. If you're not available, Black Man.
No, I'll say this.
Okay,
Man.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. First of all, y'all, I do not really understand that stand your ground law for the life of me. So I can't even speak to that because I'm confused on that shit. I don't know what the hell. You know, did Trayvon Martin, at what point was he standing his ground? At what point was George Zimmerman standing? So I guess the winner of the stand your ground, I guess the person who's living in shit, that they get it. I don't know. Ethically though, you know what, sister's in her 60s, right? I think they said, once you up a piece on somebody, man, you don't know. To me, that once you up on somebody, man, you better use that motherfucker. And I guess she did. But that is really, to me, escalating on a whole nother. I would like to know what was being said to each other before she upped on dude, because I found that kind of surprised me to see a sister just, jump out up on a motherfucker like that, an older sister. So, but I'm gonna hang in there with it. I'm gonna say, ethically, I'm teetering, but I'm a roll with the sister on ethic wise, because he had to say something real foul to her or threaten her in a fucked up manner for her to get out like that. But that's just my stance, man.
So yeah, Black Man, and then we got Vyasa again.
Yeah, peace everybody. After watching the video, that's pretty much what I knew happened. So legally, of course she was justified. Now, is the white courts gonna say she was justified? We don't know. Because like the brother that just spoke said, that shit could go either way. But ethically, anytime you got a half-ass legal chance to kill a white boy, kill him. Fuck it. They've been killing us for years. They've been going around the planet killing motherfuckers on every continent, everywhere you look. The cracker killing somebody. So anytime you got any action, because we don't give niggas no passage. You see a nigga you don't like, you gonna gun him down. So kill that crap. Straight up, you did what you're supposed to.
All right. So, Brother Vasa, I don't know, did you get a chance to see the video Brass played on YouTube? Because I know previously you said you hadn't really been.
Yeah, I'm on my phone, but I tried navigating both apps to view it. Without the audio, it's hard for me to say, okay, she's completely justified, because I can't say for certain that he was threatening her. You get what I'm trying to say? To make legal leeway for the stand your ground to be implemented. But to the totality of the conversation, that book I'm referencing, I do think it would do a service if people want to extend this conversation and look at stand your ground. And it goes into the mind frame of white male masculinity being the key component to this. It takes you from duty of retreat, which was a British idea, in that your government body should protect its citizens. So retreat and let officials handle it, to this American perspective of a true man stands up in the face of adversity. And this is literally what they called it. It was a true man concept. And the argument was, you're trying to legalize cowardness. You want us to legally be coward. Now, the thing about it is, what Chef is alluding to, how it becomes a disservice to us as blacks and other minorities, because it's really predicated on protecting white male property. So I understand the conversation. I would like for people, my contribution to the conversation is, y'all gotta forgive my little one. Trying to get people to read this book, and I'll repeat it again. It's Stand Your Ground, A History of America's Love Affair with Lethal Self-Defense by Carolyn Light. And then to follow up, I think it was Oxford that did a study on this, and I put that link in the general chat. I was putting it in the chat for the conversation at first, but I put that in there for y'all as well.
Set that up, Brother Vasa. Appreciate it. Sunchild, what say you? If Sunchild is not available, Brother S. Rush.
All right. So I think she was justified on both ways, man. Like, if she brandished her gun and she showed him the gun and he's still moving towards her, she gave him proper warning. She shot one time, and just so happened he could have died from a leg shot. You know what I'm saying? So she shot one time, she waited for the police, she did what she was supposed to do. I think I hear a lot of white leeway in here where y'all don't know if he was threatening or not while he's physically moving towards a person with a gun. You know what I mean? So yeah, morally, ethically, and legally, he was correct.
Facts.
Brother
I just
Logic.
want to say real quick, white leeway is one of the most disturbing terms I've heard in the past 10 years. I've never heard nobody use that term before, white leeway, but it fits. It definitely fits.
You up next, Logic. Oh, I think I asked Logic already, right?
Yeah, it's on Sunchild.
Yeah. So Sunchild, I don't think available. So we're gonna close it out with.
No, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, Sunchild. What say you, ethically and legally, was this woman justified in shooting that guy?
From what I've heard, legally, it appears so. The only issue ethically for me is it seems she pulled the weapon as a warning to the man. I think perhaps a warning shot perhaps would have been, or at least a non-fatal shot. I'm wondering how that works out. How, as a legal gun holder, is there training on this type of thing?
You're not supposed to take warning shots. That's not a legal thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't discharge a weapon within city limits like that. Like that would be reckless on her part to do a warning.
Not even in the air.
No, it's still discharging a weapon within city limits. That's illegal. You know, but I don't know how it is in Florida.
You cannot.
In
If
Indiana.
you take any course, you're discharging a firearm. That's justified deadly force. Shooting in the air, that bullet has to come back down. You cannot fire that weapon as a warning. It's not a warning shot.
Yeah, she was
even in
the
face of imminent danger.
No, the only thing they tell you, and some people take advantage of this in some states, if you shoot a person below the, I think it's below the waist, that technically that's not considered
deadly force.
Deadly force. Like you're not. They do take into account where you shot him, but she shot him in the stomach. But based off of the information, no, you can't do warning shots. Anybody with any permit or
your warning shot can end up killing a little kid
someone
on
else.
the street. Like you're
and
not
if you
supposed
shoot
to
up in the air, that bullet has to come down.
And like, what are we talking about? A warning? Did they get that little boy a warning shot? Did they just
I know from firsthand, at least in Indiana law, that the warning shot is no. We had to fight a legal case. My dad gave a warning shot to somebody one time, and he was in more legal trouble than the guy that was.
You discharge the firearm within city limits. And then what I think is happening right now, Corey, because I'm gonna use this probably the rest of the day because I gotta go see some white people later. Is I think what we're doing is more white leeway. And I think we need to be a lot
we ain't put it in order because we didn't. None of us put it in order, and it's probably information is still coming out. But she called the police first.
If the police are on the call, she wasn't trying to murder the man. She was trying to protect herself. And if
she called him before she even got out the car with the gun, she was already on the
phone. I'm gonna say this too: if Trayvon Martin, now listen, Zimmerman, whatever his name was, he got off because he called the cops too, and they told him not to do anything else; they'll take care of it. And then Trayvon Martin ended up dead, and he got away because of whatever law. If she goes to jail, there's a couple people in here from Florida. If I don't hear that you was out there protesting, I ain't listening to no more of your gangster in these voice chats. I'm telling you now. Because
before we continue,
she had the cops on the phone, and she told that man not to advance, and he heard the cops too, and they advanced, and he advanced, and she shot him. If she goes to jail and Zimmerman don't, the streets is dead. I'm not listening to no more gangster stuff from no Florida people, nothing. I don't want to hear
not only that, I can't wait till the 911 call come out. That's gonna clear up.
Keep going. There's one person we haven't got their opinion yet. There's another person who just joined the panel who I'd love to hear his opinion also. So I'm gonna ask first, American Dream, are you available, sir?
And where is Thunder? This is one Thunder would make.
That's another person not being
Thunder. Hey, if y'all listening, if y'all got them, get this out to Thunder and Chief X. I want to know where Thunder and Chief X stand on this shoot. That's gonna be interesting. And Black Man, calm down, bro. Calm down.
Beavis and Butthead.
I know I already done pissed you off just saying it, but just ease up. But yeah, I want to know what Thunder think about this.
Hey, Rush, man, I like that flag you got in your background, player.
What was that? Oh yeah, you already know. You gotta rap all day, man.
That's right.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Get out of here, True. You ain't no damn FBA, nigga.
Hey, Black Man, don't get used to it. Depending on the conversation, he might have a Walmart uniform.
Exactly.
A whole nother name tomorrow.
That's still my brother from my lineage, and I don't give a fuck. Well, he can have whatever opinion he wants. That's my brother.
No, Truist is Grenadian. Right, Truist?
No, the fuck I'm not. My wife is Trinidadian.
Truist from Rodizio.
I'm from Jersey, nigga. I'm FBA.
But you sleeping with Tethers.
So
So,
what? I do
hey,
too, man. Some of
before,
these
hey, you
big
know
booty
how we do?
Latinas
Hey,
be wet,
Haskell,
man.
you know how
Yeah.
fast these
Hey,
conversations
hey, man, I'm from
and go to
California.
something
We fuck
completely
Mexican
else.
bitches all the time.
Let's get back into it for the little bit of time. Let's just get back into it. Somebody
all right.
text Thunder
So,
if y'all got his number. Somebody text Thunder.
yeah, definitely APB for Thunder, Sweet X. Yeah, Thunder and Sweet X.
Well, Chief,
APB.
we can cancel Chief X. He won't be showing up.
Effects
So
on
yeah, so
Hollywood
American
Boulevard
Dream
getting that rent money
apparently
together.
American Dreaming, you're on mute all morning, ducking smoke. Fetty, what you got, bro? We got the link in the chat, by the way, of the video posted. So if you haven't seen the video and you want to before you give your opinion, feel free to do so. But if you're available, Fetty, go ahead, chime in. Justifiable shoot or murder/manslaughter, both from an ethical perspective and a legal perspective, in your opinion.
I don't even know what y'all talking about, but I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Homegirl in Florida that shot the guy in the Walmart parking lot.
You see, yeah, I heard about it, but I don't know the details. I don't want to jump out the window.
Check out the video. DQ, what it do?
I got you. I don't really be paying attention to the stories, but
Man, ain't nothing, bro. We talking about short homegirl that clapped Buddy in Florida. I don't know if you seen the video or not. It's the video in the chat. So if you want to chime in, we getting everybody on the record, right? So your black card is on the line here. From both an ethical and a legal perspective, insofar as you know, and for what you've seen, far as video is concerned, justified shoot or murder/homicide.
Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on. You leading the witness, bro. The more you talk about this, the more you making it damn near impossible for a black man to say what he wants. Your black card is not on the line, DQ. What you saw in the video, and then give your judgment. Haskell, you playing dirty, bro.
It's the Negro court.
This nigga Haskell funny. I'm gonna check it out.
I just put the link to the video, the TikTok video, in the YouTube chat too, Fetty and DQ, if y'all want to check it out. And I put the link to both things that Vyasa put in the that's also on the YouTube chat.
Yeah, that book sound real interesting that Vyasa was talking about. Because that's definitely some American vigilantism, John Wayne type, masculinity, all that crazy stuff. So
yeah, in the chapter about women, it talks about how post 9/11 the NRA capitalized off the fear, quote unquote, and started advertising towards women again, creating campaigns like the Well-Armed Women. I think they even have a website that maybe we could pull up and share in the chat. But America's fascination with guns, I got my 3-year-old crawling on me, so forgive me, y'all. It's heavily rooted. In the first chat, the chat for the conversation, I even put a specific gun that in the 1920s, the Savage was marketed towards women, and this idea of them protecting themselves. But what's going on at that time? Lynching. You get where I'm going, and this goes into the racial implications of staying your ground. And this being a woman, we have to keep that in mind. If you do role reversal, this is a black man approaching a white woman, she would be a hero right now. It wouldn't be a question if it was legally justified. She would be a hero. And every piece of dirt that they could find on him, whether he was in the military or not, would be brought to the headlines.
Hey, Vyasa, can I add something to what you're saying? I'm trying to get all my comments in. It's kind of why I'm talking so much right now.
Yeah, this is y'all shit.
Not only would he be a hero, now stay right there, Vyasa. I want to know what you think about this. Not only would he be a hero, but in the world that we live in now, he'd be rich.
She would be
because
the
now,
hero.
for some reason, white people being prosecuted for anything racial, or even losing their job for saying anything racial, the modus operandi is create a GoFundMe. You are now a millionaire.
Facts.
actually
Do the sister gotta
profitable.
go fund me?
Yeah,
Do she
exactly.
gotta
I
go
don't know.
fund
No,
me?
I'm talking about white people killing black people or white people doing something racist to lose their job. Even if they're guilty of doing it, what they've been doing lately is now it's almost like a get rich quick scheme. They're creating GoFundMe's,
You're right.
different things like that.
Yeah,
And now
we
they
should do the
making
same
ads.
thing. We
Y'all
should
see
all
the
donate.
GoFundMe
We
for
should all
her?
donate to
I
her.
was gonna
We
say
should donate
post
to
it in the
her.
back check. I got 100 for right now. Straight up.
Hey, if you ain't donate,
Oh,
if you
my
ain't
baby
donate
mama
to
get off
Carmelo
work.
Anthony,
I
don't
ain't
give her a
donating
dime.
shit.
Watched it. I definitely watched it.
I ain't donating a damn.
Hey, we didn't need you to tell us that you wasn't gonna donate shit for us
I
to
got
know
some
that you
for it.
wouldn't.
Fuck that. Straight up.
We know you not.
Yeah, you can get that $100 to a black person in your immediate community, nigga, versus looking at a
They
fucking
ain't
Did
shooting
you watch?
white
Hey,
folks.
Fetty,
Nigga,
did
they
you watch
shooting
the
each other.
video? Did you watch the
These
video?
niggas shooting each other. Nigga, they ain't shooting crackers.
I'm saying me personally, I never like look at anecdotal stories like that and like do the whole gun. I never did that.
But I'm saying though, that's the white community support each other though, bro. Like that's the whole point about
It
it.
ain't no we in this shit.
White lady
Well, I
was
gotta
calling
challenge.
nigga in
I
the
gotta
parking
challenge. Hold
lot.
on, real quick,
She
real quick.
raised
I gotta
$5 million,
challenge.
my nigga.
I gotta challenge
I
you
ain't
all.
mad.
Before y'all, hold on. Before y'all donate to her, I want y'all to look up Cohen Wiley, the 1-year-old that was shot at a Walmart in Mississippi. So that I'm about to give some money to that one. That one's already at 30,000. Go look up that story.
Yeah, hey, Grass, I posted that in here like weeks ago and nobody fucking cared.
If she
Bro,
was,
I mean, you know how many things get posted in here between Jewish disrespect and this, that, and the other. I don't even see all the posts in here. It's too active. Well, that's a good thing.
I literally spoke about it in this chat.
This happened on my birthday.
Hey,
I
the
probably
only
wasn't.
thing about that though,
This on the
did y'all
18th.
did y'all see the little sister at the funeral? Like they saying that's the boy mama. I don't know if that's the boy mama, but they got like a picture of a girl busting down at the funeral with like some money in her hand and a little skirt. Did y'all see
Somebody
that?
should have slapped the dog shit out of her for doing that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's crazy.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna give.
Plus,
Yeah,
plus
this
like
is
with
there
that
was a
GoFundMe
1-year-old.
shit, I don't know
what
what they're using that money for. I don't know, bro. Like, and they not in the same
Like,
city as
If
me.
you
not in
lose
the
your
same community.
1-year-old
I don't know,
child,
bro.
I don't care what you're using the money for.
I got you.
If you just lost your 1-year-old to a shooting at Walmart, I really don't. It don't really matter to me.
Yeah,
what
she
you
could
do.
do more weed and crack with the money. I'm not the pain. I don't give up on.
They saw
In the
this
broad daylight.
1-year-old in the car. It's starting in it. Wow.
And it was a
Hopefully
police
them people
officer.
in
It was a
Mississippi
police
gather
officer
around
that
that.
shot. There's a
Did
police
they ever say
officer.
what happened to that cop? Did he get fired or what? Like, they never
I don't know,
charged him
man.
yet?
I never
No.
heard of this until just now. Sad to say, I never heard of this.
Yeah, no, nothing's happened to him as of yet. They're trying to claim that she was driving at them. And there's a little bit of confusion about whether or not all the shots came through the passenger side door or if any came through the front windshield. It's so
she was
hard.
driving and holding the baby at the same time.
I'm sure Ben Crump.
No, she was in the
I'm sure
passenger
Ben
seat.
Crump gonna be
Okay,
down.
okay.
She was in the
At some
passenger
point,
seat.
we're gonna have to
And-
look
and-
at Ben Crump as a civil rights. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
do
Ben Crump is a boot licking, butt licking.
I don't know, but he always there. But here's the thing: whatever he is, he's consistent because he's at every single one of these things.
And he's
Hold
not
on,
doing
I
it on
just
the
came
jet.
back in. Is y'all saying that bullets came out of that car?
No. We're talking about the case with the
No,
1-year-old.
they're saying that she tried to
Right,
use
no,
the car
no.
as a weapon.
Yeah,
They're saying
no.
that the police
right,
officer,
right,
she
okay.
tried to. This ain't listen. It says first she was stealing, and then she was evading police. But now they're trying to paint it that she was escape. She was trying to escape and accelerated towards police officers, and that they
Right.
had no choice but to shoot into the car.
Right. And one of the
No
main
warning
ways
shots.
one of the main ways they could try to argue or debunk the narrative is where the entry shots came from. Did they all enter through the passenger door where she was sitting with the baby in her lap, or did some of those enter through the front windshield? Right. If there's none that entered through the front windshield, then it would be really hard to argue that he was in front of the car.
She was
You know what I mean?
driving with the baby in her lap.
No. Her friend was driving. She was in the, no. Her friend was driving. She was in the passenger seat with the baby in her lap.
Okay. Because it says
Yeah.
the cause of death for the baby was the baby cow. Man, golly. The baby the baby got hit in the torso.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah, go
Real
ahead. Was
quick,
this the
Drew.
story where they said they got caught stealing and they found out they weren't really stealing? She had the receipt. Is that the
I think
Yeah.
yes.
That's that story. But hold on, Fetty and True. We getting derailed a little bit unless we want to. You know,
Let's go back to it. I just donated to them.
I mean, we can always pivot if we want. But I want to get Fetty. Fetty, did you get a chance to watch the Walmart video?
Nah, I need a full.
I don't think he gonna watch. He ain't gonna make no decision until he got a lot to check.
He
ain't gonna watch it
because you might be pulling the blackology. Yeah, you might be pulling the blackology.
So I already knew he wasn't gonna answer when you asked him the first time. He needs some time. He'll say something tomorrow.
That ain't right. Betty, you can go in the chat and watch the video.
He ain't gonna do it.
You gotta pick a side, nigga.
Hey, Chef, he ain't gonna pick a side. You already know he ain't gonna.
I'll pick a side. I'm gonna just do my due diligence versus listen to what other people
because he gonna think y'all pulling a
That's
black
right.
house
That's
trick.
right.
I already know it's on his mind. Y'all trying to victim. What is it? What did he call? What is it called? Not victim shame. What's that word? Virtue signal or something. Something needs to be saying. Yeah. So let him get his own information.
Don't worry.
Am I wrong for that?
No, I'm just telling you what you gonna do. I'm not saying you wrong. I just know what you gonna do, and they acting like they don't. I already know.
Like I ain't even been speaking on shit like Carmelo. I ain't even been that type.
I
of
agree, and I know why, bro. No, this is not bad. Don't flip this. I'm trying to stop them from pushing you, and they know you already. We live, so you know.
Oh, and niggas live. Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
See, they don't know all the information.
Hold on, but everybody gave their honest opinion. And we were all.
DQ said he gotta look at it, right?
We were all
DQ
over the
about to
place.
answer. We cut him off.
Yeah, I definitely checked it out. I'm kind of leaning like I definitely have to get more information, but based off what went down with her not getting arrested, still being there, because it's crazy. This is similar to a situation that my barber got into. I told Chef, like, my barber caught a body off of a dispute, shot the nigga, stayed there, waited for the cops, worked with the cops, everything, got off. So it's looking like there may be one. I wish homie wasn't walking towards her. That's the main thing. If a motherfucker tell you stop walking towards me, and you have a firearm, and he keeps walking towards you, something's going to happen. That nigga should just chill, bro.
I'm never moving out of the state of New Jersey. I'm never moving out of the state of New Jersey. Just if somebody walk up on you in the state of New Jersey with no gun and you shoot them, you're going to jail.
Thank God.
You're going to jail. Bro, I'm telling y'all now, in the state of New Jersey, and Truth, you know I'm right. If we in a parking lot arguing and I got the cops on the phone and you walk towards me and you ain't got a gun or nothing, I'm going to jail.
Going to jail. She didn't know. She didn't know what he had.
Somebody in Maryland and get away with everything. Nigga, a nigga had to be coming to get you with two guns.
He didn't know he didn't have a gun. Y'all acting like
we just talking about the state, but it's different out here, black man.
Because look, if I don't got a gun and a nigga pull a gun, I'm running immediately.
Hey, black man, listen. All I'm trying to show you is the difference between Florida and New Jersey.
I feel you, Brad. I feel you, Brad.
What they gonna do when them cops get there? Listen to me. When them cops get there, they gonna cuff you first. Well, that's it. You getting cuffed. They're going to put the gun, whatever, and put you in the back of the car. If they check him and he don't have a weapon or nothing, they're going to look at you like in the movies and shake their head like, man. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Hey, but look, we got him.
When they got him, they going to run. If they don't got a gun. If you unarmed and the motherfucker pull out a gun, I'm running, bro. Like that's what the normal person is gonna do. This white man either had a death wish or he was trying to do something to her.
They don't play out here with that deadly force. Yeah.
Did we get everybody on record?
No, we got we still got to get Contrarian. I don't know if DQ was done. I think I might have cut him off. We got to get Contrarian. and
Green dropped
Sunshine
off though.
Contrarian and
The
Sunshine.
best thing in the world is the fact that it was on video. Because had it not been on video,
Mhm.
she would have to spend all her time arguing that the man was approaching her.
So
But,
Walmart parking lot.
but because it's on video, we can see clear as day
She'd
he
be in
kept
jail right
approaching
now.
her.
Nobody would have
If
believed
it wasn't on video, she would be in jail right now.
That's a black
Right.
woman shooting a white
Believe
man. If there wasn't clear cut video, they'd have started her trial this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Should have been in jail right now. No doubt about it. That video is what's fucking them up because you even got some conservatives, right? People who are typically quote unquote conservative read, i.e. what we call racist. And even they, a few of them are saying it's justified.
Because
Just
of the,
because, like,
you know why though? The Constitution. Because if you throw her, sometimes some things happen in a way where that's what I'm trying to say for us. For them, they can't say that she's wrong and then be out there yelling gun rights and this, that, and the third. But if we're saying she's not wrong, just know that when the next video comes and it's switched, I hope y'all keep that same energy.
That same motherfucking energy.
Yeah, keep that same energy.
Yeah, nah, I believe in that. I'm a homeowner and a gun owner. I believe in all that for sure, white or black. If a nigga, you feel me?
You gotta, but whether you believe in it or not, black man, you do gotta follow the laws. I'm telling you, in a different state.
No, for sure.
So in Florida, where that madness of staying your ground, that shit.
So, Brad, in New Jersey, does it being a woman versus a man change the?
No.
At all?
It's the in New Jersey, you got to match energy. No matter what they say on the books, based on the convictions and the arrests, in New Jersey,
It's called equal force.
Right? Yeah, you got to match the energy. If they coming at you to fight, you can fight. If they coming at you with a knife,
I'm talking about a woman. Chef,
that doesn't come into play.
So hold on, Brad. So, Chef, we got your answer, Brad. So, Chef, if a woman, 5'4", 110 pounds,
leading the witness. You 6 years old. You can't. You can ask
scenario.
You can.
Yeah. So, Chef,
No,
a woman
doesn't change. The law doesn't change.
Hold on. Let me get it out. As far as you know, insofar as what the law is in Baltimore, if a woman 5'4", 110 pounds is getting ran down on and berated by a 6'3", 250-pound dude, and she shoots him, she's legally expected to match his physical force. So, in other words, she shouldn't have shot him. She should have fought him, according to the law in Baltimore. As far as you know,
she can't shoot him. I don't. No. And as much as it don't sound.
Chef.
No, listen, bro. I listened to your whole. Go ahead, Haskell.
No, he want to get the words in
gargantuan. The question I asked you, though.
That's what he wants to get the words.
I want you to answer the question that I asked you, though, right? The question I'm asking is, what you and Brad are saying is you're expected to match the force that the person is bringing. So if a 6'3", 250-pound man is running down on a 5'4", 110-pound woman,
that has nothing to do with it. I'm trying to lead you off of that.
Can I? But you won't even see what I'm saying. You saying
let
I'm
him finish his
you won't even let me get the question out.
How when he already said it?
I know, but let him. He's not gonna stop until he finishes.
Let me get it out, bro. The question I'm specifically asking is about this whole idea of matching force. So as far as you know, where you live and where Brass live, if a woman is being physically accosted by a male, she is required to match his physical energy.
No,
that's what I'm asking.
The answer is no. Okay. Well, in terms of New York and New Jersey, the answer is no.
Yes, she's gonna have to knock his ass out.
That's not how it works here.
The law is called, just so we know, the law is called proportional force. So if someone is using non-deadly force, for example, shoving or throwing punches, you're generally justified in using non-deadly force that's reasonably necessary to stop the attack. Deadly force is justified only if you reasonably believe you were facing an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. So outside your home, if you knew that you could retreat with complete safety, New Jersey requires you to do so before using deadly force.
Yeah, it's called a
So in
duty
that- so
to
in that-
retreat.
hold
Duty
on,
to
hold on.
retreat.
So in that particular case, what the cops, what the lawyer that's for the prosecutor in New Jersey is gonna say, he didn't have a weapon, you could have ran. You could have left. You could have like got out of there. But if you just stood there and shot, you're going to
No, I'm asking
that's
Now,
murder.
wait a second. Now, here's the issue. So, yes, you have the duty to retreat, but that's exactly what she was doing by backing up. So, it could be argued that, you know, as she's backing up, she is retreating, and he continued to follow her. So, at the point where she's constantly more than once retreating, and he's pursuing her nonetheless, at this point, right, she, based on a number of factors such as age, such as size,
You going to jail. You going to jail.
Wait, hold on. Like, for example, like a 60-year-old woman, right? Just because, you know, a 20-year-old man is unarmed, right? She doesn't have to use the same kind of force he's using. Like you said, it's proportionable and reasonable force. In New York and New Jersey, age, height, weight, how many times this person's threatened you before, disability, whether you're handicapped or not, the number of attackers, all those things play a role in what's proportional to the situation.
That's
right?
what
It's
you're
not
gonna have
just
to fight
right
in
there.
court,
Stay right
though.
there. Pause. Stay
You're
right
gonna
there.
have to fight that in court, though.
Yeah. That's not gonna be like a. She's gonna go to court. She have a
She's
case.
gonna
Now,
go. She's gonna get charged.
I'm not saying she's not going to end up in court, but I'm saying that. But in court, in terms of whether what she did was murder or legal self-defense, these things play a role. It's not as simple as-
in New
it's not
Jersey,
as
in New
simple-
York,
But
it's not
hold on, you and I both took the same classes. So if he walked up to her and pushed her and she shot him, that's not self-defense. Now, in Haskell's defense, if he was beating her and she thought that she was like about to die or she was about to get serious bodily harm, then she could definitely use deadly force. That's proportional force. It's not even or equal, it's proportional.
Right.
So all you gotta believe is that you're gonna die by whatever he's doing. But
That
if
man
he just
ain't never even
walking
touched that
towards
lady.
her, that's not proportional force. He just took 2 steps towards her.
We also need to know what she said. What she said, though, because it's not just what he does physically. It's also what he's saying alone.
Real quick, crew. So
Because if he said, "I'll snatch that gun,"
familiar.
he could have said there, "I'll snatch that gun out your fucking head." Like, you know what? At that point, no, she would have been justified because he's telling her.
Okay, so listen,
Brad.
Hold on. I just want to respond to that.
And almost guarantee he was telling her.
Hold on, Corey, because it's clear in New Jersey. I just want to just kind of push the position in New Jersey. A threat like "I'm going to kill you," while he can go to jail for terroristic threats, it's an important fact. But by itself, it is not enough to justify.
No, I said together with him continuing to pursue a person.
No, it's even that. Hold on. If someone says "I'm going to kill you" while charging you, cornering you, or reaching for what's a weapon, then you can possibly use deadly force.
Right.
But if hold on. But someone standing 5 to 10 feet away saying "I'm going to kill you" and walking towards you without a weapon, isn't advanced, isn't armed, and you can safely leave, is not self-defense.
She could not safely leave. She was trying to retreat, and he kept following her.
How do you know she couldn't safely
Because he kept following her.
He was following her the whole video.
Hold on,
He
real
didn't
quick,
look like
guys.
no
So we have
This is why I wanted to reserve my judgment so I can hear
Y'all
you.
leaving out the part that he initially scared her enough to call the police. Initially, he scared her.
That don't even sound like y'all on the same accord.
To call the
Hold
police.
on. We all talking at the same time. So the conversation went into a little aside, right? Separate from this incident, insofar as dealing with New York and New Jersey. So my question for Brass, dealing with New York, and I want True to jump in on this too. Based on what you just read about the whole proportionality and this a threat of killing not being enough, right? It has to be supplemented by some actual physical action, like reaching for a weapon, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with the case of Daniel Penny in that New York subway where the gentleman, Jordan Neely, was making threats to some of the passengers on that train, saying, I'm going to kill you, et cetera, et cetera. Are you guys familiar with that case in New York?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Just stop right there. So, Bress, you're familiar also, right?
I'm familiar with what happened, not, nothing else. I just know what happened.
All right, perfect. Now, from what you described, Brass, about the threat not being enough and you still have to match proportional force, Daniel Penny didn't do that. And he's not only home, he's a millionaire. So that kind of...
in that particular case, the defense argued that Neely had I'm reading just a little bit on Politico. Neely threatened passengers, and Penny believed that people were in danger. The defense argued that he intended only to restrain Neely until police arrived. The prosecution, now here's where we go into jail, right? We're not at jail with the case in Walmart, but in this one. The reason is stated, based on jury interviews, the prosecution hadn't proven beyond a reasonable doubt that Penny had committed a crime. So reasonable doubt, once again, played a role in this particular. So it had reached, he got charged with all of the shit that me and Chef was talking about, but they couldn't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
You're gonna at least get charged, is what y'all are saying.
Yeah, I'm saying you're gonna get charged and go to jail.
You're going to have to fight that shit in court.
Yeah, you got to fight it in court. I'm not saying when I say go to jail out here, I mean like he ain't gonna go to the station.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, like you're not.
You're not saying she's going to prison. You're not saying she's going to
have
prison.
to find you not guilty on that.
Yeah, you're gonna. That's when you got to get it into reasonable doubt. A case like this in Florida, just how I keep saying the jail, they may never even bring charges against her for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I agree with you, Brass.
She would be in custody right now.
That's the difference between living in a liberal state and a conservative state. That's going to be the difference between living in a liberal state and a conservative state.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, because you shoot somebody, it's not necessarily that you go to jail. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like,
to know you're wrong.
And unfortunately, Corey, in New York and New Jersey, if a police officer shows up to a scene and you shot
somebody's leaving in cuffs,
if they were unarmed,
usually that's how it works in California too. Usually,
yeah,
somebody's
going to jail.
Yeah, nobody. You're not just going home. That's not how that's gonna work.
Yeah, you ain't discharging no firearm on a person, hitting them. You know what I mean? And then they going to the hospital or to the morgue, and you going home. That shit is insane.
No, not out here.
Let me
tell you how crazy it is, Corey.
Indiana, that's how it is.
And Corey, let me tell you how crazy it is. So you know how, like in the South and the Midwest, I don't know if y'all could do it, but in the South and the Midwest, on New Year's and on 4th of July, our firecrackers are shotguns and rifles. And we shooting them bitches in the air. Like, you'll know it's New Year's because it's going to sound like Afghanistan outside. But out here, you do that shit in New Jersey, you're going to jail. If they got
the trackers. Do y'all got the trackers?
Yeah, we got the trackers.
When you shoot a firearm, they can ping in where that shit came from.
Yes, they can pinpoint exactly where that.
I'm gonna add another
they
layer
wasn't
to
working
it.
last night.
Not only
they wasn't working.
Y'all are actually going too far, but y'all say it's shooting in New York and New Jersey. If you just even pull that motherfucker out,
you're going to jail.
You're going to jail. Like just pointing your gun at somebody.
Yeah.
If they're you are going to jail.
That's why they tell you don't.
You'll go to jail for. So you'll go to jail for pointing your gun faster than you will shooting somebody.
Exactly.
Like you point your gun at somebody in Indiana, you going to jail, bro. That's it. Like they ain't. It's no question. Don't.
That's why they
pointed
tell
that
you
motherfucker and you didn't shoot him. You going to jail.
Don't. And that whole like street thing. Don't pull your gun out unless you're ready to use it. That's also something that's taught. Do not pull your gun out, because you gotta remember out here. I don't know if the difference in New York out here, like with with a gun that I know of, you have to keep your gun and your bullets separate. So you have to actually prepare.
Even when it's in like you
We
transported
don't do
it
that dumbass shit. That shit
in your
is
car.
stupid.
Yeah, like
Bro,
you
let
can't have a
a
load. You
black
cannot
man,
have a loaded gun in your car.
let a motherfucking
Yeah,
cop
they
pull
don't
up
want
when you
yeah,
done
nah, you
pulled
not
out that
supposed to
gun.
have
If
your.
that gun is loaded, you're going to
Yeah,
jail.
you
Oh
cannot
no,
have a
facts.
loaded
Yeah,
gun
no,
in
for
your
sure,
car.
for sure. But I'm
Come on.
just telling you, out here, niggas is carjacking.
Mhm.
That shit will get you killed, nigga. You better have your shit loaded, straight up.
Well, it's kind of slanted, but see, here's the thing, black man. There are some gray areas when it comes to stuff like this. You and I both know that, like, it ain't always gonna be slanted towards you. So in some situations, it isn't fair for the citizen, right? It's actually more beneficial for the criminal.
Facts.
But here's the thing. Once again, y'all want these lax laws, but these lax laws fit in situations like carjackings and stuff like that.
Well,
But you
who
be
wants to
careful, a motherfucker gonna use that same law against you in a situation, and you're gonna be in up shit's creek. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You're gonna
that
be in a
liberal
bad
shit,
way.
though.
Because
That's
when
that.
y'all do
That's
get
that
to court,
California
they're
liberal
gonna
shit.
see that person's white and you black, bro. You can't hide
Nah,
that.
that's real.
something that
That's
goes
real.
away.
Yeah, that's that California liberal shit, though, bro. Like a lot of these liberal states, the laws it's like they want to disarm you. It's like they don't want you to protect you. They only want the government to be armed. They want the citizens to be disarmed so they can do anything they want, come make you take shots and all kind of bullshit like that. You understand what I'm saying? But like keeping your gun, your Second Amendment right, protects all your other rights. That's the only thing that protects your rights is a gun in America. That's it. Without that, we'd be back in chains tomorrow.
Right, and in New Jersey, you can drive with a loaded weapon if you have a carry permit.
Cause them niggas carjacking
Nah,
New Jersey
wait. Rush. You in New Jersey? You're saying in New Jersey you could carry your gun loaded in the car with a carry permit?
Yeah,
I have a New York City
If
carry.
you got a
So
concealed carry, it had to be a concealed carry.
I have concealed carry in New York City. We can't carry a loaded gun in our car here. I just assumed it'd be the same in New Jersey.
No, in New Jersey, if you got a concealed permit, then you can carry with a loaded weapon.
Oh wow, that's wild.
That's one thing about Indiana. If it's not a long gun and you don't have a concealed carry, you can't drive it in the car. Because Indiana is open carry, right? So you can be out the car with your gun and you don't need a license or permit, none of that, right?
So how
but
the
moment you get inside that car, now the weapon is concealed.
So how it work like?
That's where it's illegal.
So how it work like if you? Because I know like New York is kind of like the Bay. Like one side of the bridge is one is New York, the other side is New Jersey. What if? So how that work if you got your permit in New York?
It's different. Different state.
New Jersey doesn't recognize. New Jersey doesn't recognize other like from most other states.
Yeah, like New Jersey don't recognize New York. New York don't recognize Jersey. I would have to
It's
take
not commutable.
You had to go get one of each. You had to go get one.
Indiana and Illinois.
Deeper than
Illinois is not commutable.
Deeper than that, black man. Check this out. So in New York State, right? New York State licensing is different than New York City licensing, right? So if you got your New York State, if you got your New York State pistol license, it's not honored in the city. But if you get a city license, it's honored throughout the state.
So just so y'all know, once again, for New York,
state government,
New York State, because people out here they ain't from out here don't know this. New York State is basically Canada.
It's the country.
Right. It's not. It's a completely different place. New York City.
I did not know
something
that.
completely. They're like 6 hours apart. It's like, you know what it would be like out there. You know what it'd be like out there in California. It would be like how y'all got how far Northern California is from like San Diego. That's how far they are, but they're completely different. Like Buffalo is rural, It's like suburban and all of that.
Most of California is like that. Like
There's a
it's
bunch of
only
mountains
it's
in
only like
up
3
there.
cities in California. Like you feel me? The rest of that shit's like farmland. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like if you got a New York State license, you can even carry in Long Island, but you cannot carry in the 5 boroughs with a state license only. You got to get your
So
city
Long
license.
Island is different than New York City too?
Yes,
These places
it's
are
outside
not.
of the.
Remember,
Yeah.
these places
Oh, yeah,
out
nigga, I
here
be a
are
rocket rocket
completely.
around out
They're
there.
completely different.
But the crazy part
Completely.
is, Brooklyn and Queens are on Long Island.
Yeah. Geographically, it
live in
absolutely
Long
is.
Island and he work in New York.
Geographically, where I live in
shit.
Queens is a lot closer to Long Island than it is Manhattan.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But all right, so y'all, what else y'all
So
got
what
on
y'all
that
come
shooting?
up with? What y'all come up with the sister girl in the parking lot?
We still waiting on Sunchild, Tony, and Smalls. Smalls didn't say nothing either.
I cannot wait till that 911. What they waiting on with the 911 call? Why they holding
You know
on
what they
that?
doing?
Because
You
it's
know
an
what they
open,
doing?
it's an open investigation. They gotta wait on that.
They
They
AI
coming up with the spin already. They try to come up with a spin.
It ain't no way you can spin that 911 call because you probably can hear her on there saying, "Back up, motherfucker."
You must not know them very well. That's a black
Jewish
woman in the United States. They're gonna try to throw the book at her. Trust me.
Facts.
If they can
It's gonna be very
figure out a way
difficult.
to get her, they're gonna get her.
And I think, man, as all men up here, we're not taking into account the historical battles that our sisters have went through. In this Black Americans, we from an ethnic group of people that was raped into existence by the white man against black women.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. So we can't,
I was
as
gonna say, where
men, we can never understand what that woman was going through because we all men, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think.
That's why I look at it from my wife or daughter's perspective. Listen,
Exactly,
don't let
bro.
no motherfucking white man get close enough to grab you. What the fuck? Never. I don't give a fuck what the circumstances is. Don't you
I
never
noticed
let no
that you
motherfucking white
said-
man get close enough to grab you.
Stay right here.
that's
So-
what we need to teach all
And
our little girls.
here's the other part though. First off, black man, you are officially the Blackology leader of this Discord. That's one.
Absolutely.
Two,
Thanks very much.
He's the general. He's definitely the general.
It's not even close. And two, I noticed, Corey, you keep saying a white man. You keep saying white man.
Absolutely. Because again, but because of a historical context is why I keep saying a white man.
Facts.
Okay.
Because I've seen American citizens stand by and record while a white man kill a black person in front of everybody. I've seen it. And I don't want none of my family members to ever be a victim of thinking that your fellow citizens is going to help you out of a situation, right? And then if you find yourself dead and them standing around recording it.
Preach,
brother. They used to bring their kids and watch us get lynched and mutilated and shit like that. Like, come on, man, these are
historical context.
We do that amongst ourselves too. But I see what y'all saying.
That's fine. Again,
it's different.
And again, my daughter, your daughter. I'm talking about your daughter. I'm not talking about what they do in the gang banging. Out here, these gang bangers and all that shit. I'm not talking about that.
No, I'm talking about women.
I'm talking about
women.
Your daughter,
black woman,
my daughter in a goddamn parking lot with a white man. With a man.
with a white man.
I don't give a fuck who it is. Matter of fact, with a man, period.
There you
go. Man is aggressing you. A man is aggressing my daughter, my wife. Don't you never let no man that's aggressing you get close enough to grab you.
Oh yeah, she my daughter. Then I'm gonna be biased anyway. That's just what it is.
No, it don't matter. That sister is your sister.
Yeah, bro.
She
Care about all
is your auntie. That sister is your auntie, your daughter, and all of that.
This all sounds like I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. This is that narrative.
At least you got a better chance.
I can't really speak on it because I don't know the details. So yeah, you're right.
That sister got a chance. What that sister has is a chance to stand up in court and fight that. Had she let that white man grab hold of her,
and get that gun away from her, what would she be doing then?
So essentially they got into a word battle on White Boy, walked up on her and she popped that nigga. That's what essentially.
No, they got into an argument over a verbal argument over a parking spot, and she tried to, and she got out the car. He got out the car. He walked around the car as she tried. She went so far getting away from him that she had to walk around the car one time.
Before she even got out the car, she called the police first.
Right. Okay.
Y'all
So she called the police in the car.
I gotta say that first.
Okay, I know that. That's important. That's important.
So wait a second, Corey.
When she get out the car.
Wait. So wait a second, Corey. Did he hear?
Nigga, I'm not sitting there in no car. No, don't you sit in no car while some man is finna aggress you.
She can't get out the car.
Let it go, bro.
So she gotta stay in her
Let
car.
me look this shit up real quick, man. Let me look this shit up.
Wait, Corey. She wrong, yo. She was wrong.
Listen,
George Zimmerman.
If a nigga is walking up on my car, I look at my rear view mirror and I see a nigga walking up on my car that I'm already into it with, and he done scared me enough to call the police already, and now he walking up.
You got out the car, my nigga.
Yes, you is. That's what you said.
Yeah.
On the same.
Listen, I don't know what planet you niggas live on. I don't know what planet you niggas live on.
You can get out the car, bro.
Chef, you looking at it from a perspective of a man, bro. This is a whole ass female, bro. You feel me? You ain't got no pussy, nigga. Ain't nobody trying to break you, nigga.
She called the police.
Out of the car.
Wait, what context are y'all talking about? Y'all saying what about the car? Her not getting out the
Listen
car?
to me, y'all. The only reason she got out of the car is because she had the gun, yo. Y'all proving the point.
So she could get a good shot,
really?
nigga. Yeah. So she
was the aggressor?
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
I'm asking.
Not gonna get out of the car, Corey.
She was already afraid of this nigga, right?
I mean, if you get out the whip, though, did she come out? Did she come out the whip? Hey, Corey, did she come out the whip with the strap already out? Like,
Walmart, nigga.
Oh man.
At Walmart.
Listen, I'm telling y'all. Listen, y'all. You all man with your daughter. I'm not all manning with my daughter, right? What I'm saying is, this white man had already scared this sister enough for her to be on the fucking phone with the police. Now this nigga is approaching her car. Now you think she finna be sitting down in her car while this nigga approach her? So when he get up on her window, she's in a sitting down position and he's in a standing up position. She don't know that this nigga's unarmed. She don't know none of this shit. She know that she's on the phone with the police because he already scared her. And now he's approaching her in her vehicle. Get out that motherfucking vehicle and let him know you strapped before he do anything else.
Most people roll up the windows and lock the door, though.
That's what I'm telling my daughter.
That's unreasonable.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. I think it's a sad situation altogether. It sounds like two people who didn't have emotional, or they was in a fight or flight, and
Neither one of them ain't know how to de-escalate.
Yeah, right. Exactly, Chef. Exactly. It's just
she never did it. She gave that white man every chance to live. She gave that white man every chance that she could to live.
I've seen road rage incidents where women will close the door, lock the door, and roll the windows up. I'm not saying she
but she don't know. She don't know that he ain't got nothing.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Do they have video of this?
She don't know what this white man is doing.
The video is in the
She do know, Steady. I bet you what that black woman do know is what's historically happened to black women getting in altercations.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like that's the thing, bro. That's the thing.
Right.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but like, yeah, that's a slippery slope, bro.
She gave that white man every chance she could to live. He did not want any of them chances. He didn't want not a one of them motherfuckers.
But when it takes into account her
that white boy thought he was hard, fucked around and found out. It's
And
like
he did. And he fucked around and found out. And guess what? I'm gonna make sure I show my family that video, and I'm gonna tell them to do just that.
Is
That's
that
why
allowable? Is that allowable? Is that allowable reason? Is that a justified reason in the court eyes, though? Historical context of adding other
we don't know
situations.
what the white boy gonna do in court.
I'm talking about her frame of mind.
I
I'm
got
not
you. Yeah.
talking
I'm
about
saying
whether
is that
that's
just? I'm saying I feel you. I'm saying is that.
it might not be. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know if that's legal or not, right?
In these cases where it's not, we don't know what the white boy gonna do in court. You feel me? They could rig the jury just like they did for Carmelo Anthony. We don't know. All we know is that sister's alive today.
Yeah.
And that white man,
she got a chance to fight.
Yeah.
Right? She got a chance to
lawyer up.
in court.
Don't get no public
It's
defense.
the other way around, like it normally is. It's normally the other way around, right? We had to listen to what the white man said that the sisters did.
Exactly. And niggas
Right?
march and all that.
Now niggas want to put up bread for her to get a good attorney and all that. I wouldn't be mad at that. I'll support that.
Let's make her a millionaire for killing that white man.
I don't know about that.
Why not? Because they do.
I'll pay for her attorney.
George Zimmerman a millionaire. George Zimmerman a millionaire.
That white
seems
lady
like
that called
we
the
in the
lady
crazy.
in the playground, she got $5 million.
George Zimmerman a millionaire. That lady that called that black lady a nigger, ain't she's a millionaire?
Can't give a person $1 million.
See, that's why I be fucked up, right? Because niggas always gotta follow the right path. No motherfucker gotta follow the rules except for niggas. No motherfucker need to be held accountable.
Accountability. There you
If
go.
you're
I'm not
a
in
nigga,
the civil war.
you need to be held accountable, right? If you're a white person, you need to be a millionaire, and we all stand back and accept it. We all be quiet while George Zimmerman auction off his gun for $100,000.
Niggas is pussy though. Niggas ain't even run down on Zimmerman in real life.
I said it was wrong. What you're telling me now is that was wrong, Fetty. What you're saying to me now is that running down on George Zimmerman would be wrong. That's what you're saying to me now.
You said make her a millionaire.
Tell on a nigga to run down
You
on
said
George
make her a millionaire. I just said I'll pay for her attorney. What's wrong with that?
Let's pay for the attorney and let's make her a millionaire. That's what they do.
Nah, we the 1% taking too much from us already.
Huh?
It was a joke.
He said the Jew already in his pockets.
No, I said no. It was a talking point that I be hearing it.
Nah, no, I'm fucking with you, Eddie.
But now, if you do that, if you're black,
because 1% has already been fucking us, right?
I got you.
So let's make that sister. When we can make a sister a millionaire, let's make that sister a millionaire.
Yeah, if anybody wants to partake in it, I'm not gonna be upset. Like I can't believe y'all get. I'm just saying, I personally wouldn't do it. The most I would do is pay for her attorney.
Why is it personally wrong to you to make her a millionaire? Why would that personally bother you?
I just said it wouldn't. I just said it wouldn't. I literally said it wouldn't.
You said you could do it, but you wouldn't choose to make her a millionaire. Why wouldn't you choose to make her a millionaire?
I mean, because at the end of the day, I don't want to make her a millionaire when at the end of the day, it was a bad situation all around. And I think, let me finish. Why can't I finish, bro?
Go ahead, bro.
It was somebody else.
I'm saying if I were to just say, hey man, let me give her money because she shot a white man. I just don't think that way, bro. Me personally. But if you got African
what's wrong with that, Fetty? What's wrong with that?
I said nothing. I literally said nothing is wrong with it.
He just neutral.
But I'm willing to pay for her attorney for her to have a good fight. But to pay her in the name of she killed the white man. Nah, I ain't doing that.
Unfortunately, right, just to bring a little bit of balance, unfortunately, in this, I guess I'm talking to you and Black Man, Corey. Unfortunately, even though we do understand that white people are making money off of it, right? Not to even be neutral, just because we don't always gotta We don't always got to do
We
that.
got to be the bigger people
No,
every
I ain't
time.
saying no. I ain't
Nah,
saying
you supposed to have
Hold
your own
on,
compass.
Corey.
You supposed to
Hold
have
on,
your
hold
own
on, Corey.
compass
Corey.
devoid of
I'm not
anybody
saying.
else. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not
No
saying
other
we got to
group of
be
people
the.
I want to
dictate
say
how
like
I
I'm
this.
move.
not saying we got to be the bigger people. What I'm saying is if that's what they're doing, let's not. I don't think we should justify it by we should do it because they do. Because they do a lot of shit that I'm proud that we don't do. If that makes sense. That's all I'm saying.
That makes
I don't
sense.
think I don't want to get
Absolutely.
to a
That
it ain't
makes sense.
fair,
But
right?
this
It
is
ain't fair, right? To have some class and carry yourself with some form of dignity and some form of anything. It ain't always fair, right? But I'm just saying you don't want to get to a position where we like, well, they do it, so why don't we do it?
You know
'Cause
how
that's what
many?
makes us
Hey, Braz, y'all got children. If y'all children was in the principal's office and the principal said your kid got caught skipping, and then because I did this when I was a teenager. I told my people, but look, everybody skipping, everybody doing it. It ain't that serious. What your people's gonna say? I don't give a damn.
I think that's a
Listen,
different
I completely,
situation.
but in that tone, in that tone,
Like,
Fetty, but in that same tone, Fetty, I definitely agree with Black Man and Corey, though. While I don't think that we should do it just because they're doing it, I also think that there should be an end to being able to just put out racial slurs against Black people and become millionaires or
I'm
kill
saying if
them.
I do that, if I were to do that and make her a millionaire, I'm going all out. I'm playing the full Civil War race game. I ain't gonna be half stepping if I got that mindset.
I get it, but then we also gotta, and this is where I agree with Chef. There's an overall societal thing that like we gotta like some of this shit. I don't know, bro. Some of this is like I don't know if you really want to live in a place where we just. I mean, it's just gonna be the Wild West at this point. That's what it. That's what we call it.
The point is like the thing is we already live in the place that we afraid to get to. You see what I'm saying? If we live in a place because I'm with y'all. I don't want to live in a place where it's anarchy or nothing like that, right? But we already live in a place where they can murder Black people and get away with it. We already expect when a Black man gets shot at the grocery store by some Karen or whatever, we already expect her to go home, right? That's how we've been conditioned in America. Right, so so when this Black woman justifiably shoot the fuck out of this man for aggressing her, because we all can see he's aggressing her, right? When she shoot the fuck out of him for aggressing her, and now we start talking about ethics. You see what I'm saying? But where's his ethics not to be aggressing a woman?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Where's his ethics to get his veteran ass back in his car because he know how to kill a motherfucker with his pinky finger, right? He's a trained killer. A trained killer can kill a motherfucker with his bare hands. He's trained to do it, right? He done been to Vietnam, so you know he done done it before, right? You know he done done it before. So a trained killer is aggressing my wife or my daughter? Nah. Don't you wait around and see what the fuck. Don't you wait around and see.
I don't live under the rules of fair. Fair is a place where they judge pigs and eat corn dogs. I'm just saying, I don't want to be. The fact that we don't do that shit, there's a level of pride in us. There's a level of pride that I have that they don't. That we don't just automatically kill every motherfucker. That if they want to do that, that's what
most
they
humane
do.
people on the planet. We definitely the most humane people on the planet.
I take some pride in that.
Me too.
We're supposed to be running around with machetes. What we should, since what we've been through, Bryce, right? The shit that we done been through, we're supposed to be running around with machetes and AKs around this motherfucker, right?
Corey.
But the fact that we don't, proves to the whole world that we the most civilized group of motherfuckers that ever walked this goddamn earth.
Facts.
Hey Corey, my grandmother, and then I moved the conversation around. I think Stu Pease wanted to say something too.
Or the most traumatized. Or the most traumatized.
Hold on, Chef. Let's figure my point. But the other point is, old saying, and I've had this in my own family is, if we were as savage as everybody made us out to be, there'd be no white people on the planet left.
Absolutely
So
not.
just you know, there's some pride. I'm just just a
Facts,
little
big
side.
fact.
I mean, I think everybody's telling the truth. We can't say, "Oh, you lying to one another," right? We just all saying a different part of what reality is. I think you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and at the
You
end of
said
the day, bro, we all
I
got
can't
family.
disagree with nothing you said, Braz. I can't disagree with a lot of what Chef said. I think I can disagree with some of it, but I can't disagree with a lot of it. But you know what I'm saying. So I think
Disagree with
I mean,
everything.
we saying real. We just keeping it real. That's all.
And at the end of the day, bro,
No,
we
no.
all got
No, no, no.
mamas, we
Black
all got
man.
sisters, we all got black women, and we care about our family. All
Absolutely.
we want is for them to be safe.
I've
by
been
any
quiet.
means necessary.
I've
Go
been
ahead.
quiet
Go
and
ahead.
I've been listening.
Yeah, yeah,
I've been
go ahead,
quiet
bro.
and I've been listening. But the most savagest people from the Iceman inheritance is trying to justify what the fuck is morality. So black people now have to stand and listen to the Bible story that I must turn the other fucking cheek every time. We have been turning the other cheek for 400 fucking years. Right? The level of savagery that has been bestowed upon us and our foreparents. And even after we establish some normal level of societal grace, they still come into your country and fuck you up. You're not living peace. They're coming, for those who live in the country where there's the majority, they come into your community and fuck you up. For those who live outside of them in different countries, they still find ways to come into your country and fuck you up. And then no, we must smile and say, no, it's not their fault. We weren't civilized enough. I need to be more civilized. Oh,
Well, they'll tell you black women do it to themselves. That's what they were just gonna tell me a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
fuck over, black women fuck over each other. So why not let that white man fuck her over? Why didn't she just lay down and let the white man fuck her in the parking lot?
Yeah, that's wild.
That's super wild.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's
That's
these
horrible.
niggas be trying to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't that sister just lay down and let him start fucking her right there in the grocery store parking lot?
Right.
Huh?
And it still would be her fault. And it would be her
It would
fault.
have been their fault. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like
I
I was.
think two things can be true, man. I think
No.
homegirl
Two
would
things
even
can't be
tell
true.
herself she
Two
probably
things
could have
can't be
handled that
true,
a little better.
brother.
Man,
Two things can't be true. Two things can't be true. But listen,
yeah, bro. That's how life is.
listen.
Be
Thomas
complex.
Jefferson made. It was Thomas Jefferson made fault that 14-year-old black girl, when him start fucking her and giving her children, it was her fault. That's what they're going to tell us. It was her fault.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no.
I was talking about the actual case.
I am saying that persecution that we're faced as a race has always somehow
Why didn't she
come
let
around
her
us
see what he
not-
was gonna do when he got a hold of her ass, right?
Right.
Why didn't she lay her black ass on the ground and see what he was gonna do once he got a hold? Once a trained killer got a hold of her motherfucking ass. I'm trying to figure out why in the fuck that sister didn't do that. She should have laid her ass down and let him and seen what he was gonna do. That's what she should have done.
Yeah, she should have just handed him her gun. You know,
Nah,
she
I think
should've
that's a
just
little. I think that's a little bit of hyperbole. Again, I think.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't
y'all doing the
hyperbole.
hyperbole.
I
Y'all bugging out.
Why did she let him grab her?
Hey, Braz, this is where I wanted to reserve my.
She retreat. So when she retreat, she should have stood there and let him grab hold of her ass.
What do y'all think he was going to do when he closed that?
Can I give an alternative option?
We'll never
Yeah.
know.
Ain't nobody answered that
I
question.
just want to
We'll
know.
never
Y'all getting too jumpy.
Hey, Truist, listen. Truist, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna say this real quick and then I'm gonna go on mute. Real quick. I gotta go back to work. Truist, I need to say this to Truist, right? Truist, I'm gonna tell you, if a nigga pull a gun on me and then he let me close the distance enough to grab hold of that motherfucker, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the motherfucker from him and I'm gonna shoot his ass right in his fucking face. You know why?
And your ass getting booked.
No, I won't. Not in Indiana, I won't. Because you know why? Because it was his gun. Now he's dead. He pulled a gun
That
on
ain't
me, and
All-Star
we
JR.
wrestled.
All-Star
We
JR book
wrestled.
right now, and he got jumped. So that ain't always the case.
Listen.
You can use another nigga blick and still go to jail. You know that?
No, not if he pulled the motherfucker out on
That
you.
ain't true. That's not true. All-Star JR is locked up right now because somebody ran down on him. What do you mean? Are you arguing that?
I don't know what kind of lawyer, what the fuck he did,
What
right?
do you mean?
But listen, I'm gonna tell you right
now, let me give you the breakdown. So the dude, the dude All-Star JR, right?
Shoot him in the face.
So dude got jumped in the club, right? He ain't had no gun on him or nothing. He ended up taking dude blick and hitting two of them, but he fled the scene out of fear. You know what I'm saying? And
wait, Fetty, when you say he took his blick, wait, hold on.
Why you niggas always cutting somebody off, bro?
Because when you said he took his blick, right?
Cannot
was the
finish, my brother.
Yeah, but all right, go ahead.
Hey, please let me finish, bro. Just everybody, we live. Let's let everybody.
Niggas lie. You know what?
And
Yeah,
everybody
go
be
ahead,
short. Hey, everybody be shorter in your responses because we got a lot of people on the panel.
Go ahead,
Go ahead, Fetty.
Oh, you good?
I just wanted clarity on a detail you said. So you said he took his blick in the middle of getting jumped, right? So I'm assuming the people jumping him are jumping him with their fists and their feet. And when he takes homeboy's blick, I'm assuming he takes it off his waist, right?
In the description.
No, let me tell you what exactly happened. No. Let me just say exactly what happened. Fetty, and stop me when I'm wrong. I'm reading the case. Because I don't want you to be held as the person giving the information, because they're going to kill you for it. He was being jumped. While he was being jumped, stop me when I'm wrong, a gun hit the ground. He picked that gun up and started firing multiple shots. But let's also remember, this
Stood
is
over,
Texas.
done everything. Stood over, bro.
Yeah, this is Texas. This is not New Jersey, Florida. This is Texas.
Awesome. No,
So
no,
the
no,
reason,
that's great.
hold on, Tricks. The reason why he got charged though is because he's a convicted felon, and a convicted.
And he left the
Department of
scene.
Justice
And he
is
fled the
saying when he
scene.
picked up and used the gun, a convicted
so this is a
felon
different
can't.
scenario.
Okay, so please let me
It's different.
finish.
It's different.
Please allow me to finish what I was saying. Because what you just described is exactly in the realms of where I was going anyway. What Corey described is a person that pulled a gun out on someone. And he walks up to the person that pulled out a gun on somebody, and he snatches it out of their hand and uses it on the said person that pulled it out. That's not the same thing as a person.
I don't think nobody said that was the same thing.
Well, he's also getting charged because once he got the gun, he
I
stood
brought it
over
up
the
because
guy.
I'm saying in the case of when the motherfucker you're being aggressed upon, just because you in self-defense and you feel like
but
what
it's
you're
not
doing is right.
proportional force.
God damn.
Yeah, but it's not proportional in the
Listen,
case.
in the scenario that I was talking about, it's two different scenarios.
Let me bring up the other. Let me bring up the other alternative choice. Let me bring up the.
Yeah, I wanted to hear that. Go ahead.
So again, I've seen.
After Freddie, let's go to E5.
Yeah, I've seen multiple cases, right, even on video in real life, where women are in battles with road rage with men, right? And a lot of the things I see that women do, most of the time, if they're dealing with an aggressive man or whatever, they'll call the police and do all that, but they will be in the car, roll all their windows up and lock their doors and film that person acting irate, whether they're trying to break in their window or whatever. Now, if boy was doing that, like if she had her shit locked, windows rolled up, recording him wilding out. If he try to break in and then try to snatch her out, then yeah, use that motherfucker, shoot that nigga. But it's like to act like she couldn't have dealt with it in a little different way versus getting out the car with the blick and emotionally charged up. Then that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and look, that's why I said ethically, right? That part, I feel there's gray area. That part, that's the one part that
She
I
looked
just
pretty calm to me anyway. I don't think she was emotional.
Wait, real quick. I won't be long. I'm not gonna.
You got to see the video first.
I'm not gonna deny that part. Her getting out of the vehicle with a gun. That part, we can definitely debate that part. But once she gets out the car and he's approaching her while she's retreating with a gun in her hand, I still need someone to tell me, what do you think he would have done had he
They're not
closed
gonna
the
answer
distance.
that, Truist.
We will
His-
never.
his-
Here's my answer.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll
Like,
never know because she killed him before we could find out.
Okay, so were we supposed to? Was she supposed
Hey,
to?
hey, you said you'd
Was
be
she- was
short.
she-
Let's
was she
move it. Let's move it, Truist. Please. Let's
All right,
move
go ahead.
Please, let's
That's
move
what
it.
most people would do if you
Go ahead, Ifa. You joined in from the chat. You wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, peace to the chat.
Peace to you,
Peace
G.
to the chat. Can everybody
Well,
hear me?
real quick, Rui Hachimura to the Clippers. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm always quick. What I'm saying is, when you're dealing with, you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, when you're dealing with self-defense, you do not have a lot of time to think if someone's going to harm you or not. This man is advancing, she's backing up. She's retreating, actually. So that's all I got to say.
What do you think about E5? What do you think about some of the? Do you agree or disagree with some of the comments the brothers made in here? Like, is there anybody? Because in the chat you were kind of like, you know, did you hear something that made you want to come in from the chat, or what? What did you? What do you vehemently disagree with or vehemently agree with?
I disagree with certain people. I'm not talking about what race or whatever. I'm disagreeing with certain people saying she overreacted and shouldn't have defended herself. That's what I'm saying. You cannot determine when you're in the heat of the moment, when you feel threatened, then you're talking about a woman. Why
That's
would
what they say about the police.
Why would you, as any human being, antagonize anyone that has a gun in front of your face?
Facts.
Unless you never, and you military?
Right.
I land my plane.
Okay.
He knew what he was gonna do. That's why he kept walking up on her. He was trying to close the distance because he was trying to kill the motherfucker.
Did Stu Pease get a chance to say what he wanted to say? I forgot. I know Stu Pease was trying to get in the conversation. Did he say what he wanted to say, or Stu Pease still here? Yeah, Stu was there. What about you, Rush? You had something?
No, I was just saying he was trying to disarm her. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's
Facts.
That's that. I can't even argue with you. I would never walk up on a nigga with a gun.
Nah, bro.
Absolutely
Any
not.
normal
Never in
person,
life.
bro. Any normal
The
person
only
that
thing
don't
I'm
got a
thinking
gun
about
in
when I'm
their
walking up on a nigga with a gun is taking it.
Yeah, or you
That's the
gonna
only thing
run.
that can happen.
Straight up. Yeah, or if you ain't got a gun and you see a gun pulled, most motherfuckers is running immediately. Like straight up.
Trying to back away and de-escalate it. People
So
acting
he
like
might have been rabid. This motherfucking white man probably was rabid. He didn't even know it was time to run. You know when a fucking squirrel is rabid, right? Right? The motherfucker don't know to run. He might attack your motherfucking ass instead of
Y'all
just
doing
running.
a whole lot. Y'all doing a whole lot.
That white man might have been rabid.
Y'all are doing a whole
rabid.
lot for a grainy video with no audio. Let's just wait a second for we put him at rabid.
It wasn't that grainy. I'm gonna tell you right now. It was clear enough for me to see.
With no
that
audio,
lady,
it was
that
grainy.
lady gave him so many chances to be alive today. It ain't even funny. She gave that man 1,000,000 chances to be alive, and he didn't want one of them.
Hey, black
He didn't want one of them.
Hey, black man, I want to make pause. I want to make your day real quick, black man. I'm watching a video because now that I've searched cop shootings, my whole algorithm at this point is cop stuff. Over the weekend, a white cop was beaten in North Charleston, South Carolina, by 5 black people, and they had a spear. And they beat this white female cop. Did
they poke him?
Hallelujah.
She trying to. If you just go look it up. But this is crazy. This is.
I want to know if they poked him with the spear. Did they poke the nigga with the spear or not?
No, it's a white cop. It's a white female cop.
I mean the lady. Did they poke the white lady?
She trying to. No, she trying to. They hit her with it a few times, but she tried to arrest. It looks like she tried to arrest a female, and a black man ran up to the white woman and grabbed her, and they started beating on her. And it's a black woman with a spear, and she just beating her with it, beating the white cop.
Oh, damn! She should have poked her.
So what does that have to do with the conversation we're having? Is that kind of like what What was that used for?
Oh no, that's a side thing between Paul's me and Black
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
I'm sure
you
that would have made his.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that has
get it.
nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
Okay,
That's
but I
that's
get
a
it.
good
What I'm
that's a
saying
good
is,
short
white
thing.
folks getting their
That
ass
sounds
whooped.
like some Puerto
I
Rican
want to add
shit.
something.
I
I want
don't
to add
believe that.
something to
That might have been some Puerto Ricans acting
Where
like
you
some niggas.
from,
No,
brother?
these are black. This
Brother,
is
where
Where
North
they going with a
Charleston, South.
spear?
Hey, Chef, this is North Charleston, South Carolina. It ain't
Yeah,
Puerto
I
Rico.
Doesn't
think
mean
that's
Puerto
some
Ricans
Puerto
can't be
Rican.
there.
Something crazy. Jamaicans or something. What the fuck is a nigga gonna be doing with a spear?
Hey, Psycho. Hey,
You
guess
calling
what?
Jamaican
Psycho
spirit
said.
chuckers,
Psycho
Chef?
said that the cops should have complied.
Chef, you calling Jamaican spirit chuckers, bro? What's going on, my nigga?
Yeah, Chef is Chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a weird sense of humor. So don't
Hey,
take
I
it.
want to ask something. So if someone's coming forward towards you and you have a gun, you're backing up, wouldn't you think that they have something themselves trying to hurt you?
Exactly.
If they're
Yes,
still
sir.
coming
Yes,
to
sir.
That's
you,
a good point. I can't.
That's
Hey,
reasonable. That's a reasonable assumption.
that's
For
a good
sure.
point.
all
That's a
right.
good point.
Because
That's
why
why
else
they
put
let
a
her
gun on a
go
person to charge you
when
if
they
you
locked
armed?
her up.
No, that's a good point. But like I say,
A
I'm
good
just
reason.
glad
A
she
good
did it where
reason.
she did it at. I'm
One
glad
of the
she did it where she
reasons.
did
One
it.
of the reasons he had the heart is because he's an army vet. She ain't the first person that he's probably seen in his life pull a gun out on him. So that explains why he has zero fear to keep approaching her. And then obviously the fact she's a woman and she's a black woman. So he had
Yeah.
zero respect for
Yeah,
her.
I think that's
Fact.
the part. The second part, I think I agree with
I
more.
think the second part is more.
Is
Yeah.
the fact that she was female. I don't know about just
He
a
thought he was
female
wrong.
black. I
There's a whole lot of
I
vets
think that's
out here.
more. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's
it's
more that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the army
he thought he was wrong.
vet part definitely explains the fear, no fear.
Yeah,
of
but
the
when we
person with a gun.
listen. But you and I both know we
propagate.
cannot fall for the media calling him an army vet
Yeah,
because we don't know what he could be a ROTC.
But Brass, the reason I'm doing that is because I'm playing the game too. I'm like, okay, call him an army
Okay, I
vet.
got you.
But like, fine, let's call this guy an army vet. That's only going to help her case more.
In the
That would
long
just
run.
No, yeah, not necessarily. You can't look at it like that now.
Depends on the jury.
Yeah. So right, absolutely. And so what I want to go here. So let's don't kind of like put people in categories because they're vets, because there are a lot of vets out here that have common sense. So come on.
No. I'm not saying like what I'm saying is an army vet has less fear of guns.
That's
than
not
an
where
average
do you
citizen.
get that data from? Where do you get that data to prove that?
Most army vets that are in my
No.
family.
I don't want to go by what you're
Okay,
saying.
it's anecdotal. It's anecdotal, brother. It's anecdotal.
It's common sense at this point.
It's anecdotal. All right.
Okay.
I don't have any statistics to psychoanalysis every
Well, we need that.
We don't
Well,
need none.
why
We don't
say
need that. We don't need that. No, because we don't need that. It's common sense. This motherfucker is in the most oppressive, colonial, imperial military on planet Earth. They go around the world killing poor people every day. So yeah, we gonna assume if this motherfucker's army,
you messed yourself up. You said assume.
Yeah, that's what we gonna do. Yeah, straight up.
No, you can't. No, that's not being objective.
Do you really want me to get you a source on this, or are you?
Yes, get a source on it, and I'll shut up.
Okay, I got you, bro.
Hey, by the way, just so everybody knows, she hasn't been charged as of yet. So as of right now, there is no jury or none of that. So did Fetty chime in? Did Fetty go on the record with his position or no?
Yeah, I kind of did. I'm still in the middle, but yeah, I think it's bad all around.
Hey, Haskell, when you say she
quick,
didn't get charged, go ahead. You got it. I only was moderating because you was gone. Take over.
No problem. So Fetty, real quick, did you murder, manslaughter, or justified shooting?
I honestly don't know, bro. I honestly don't, because I ain't watched the video yet or nothing. I'm just hearing the only thing that kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit. I didn't know when Chef brought up the whole her being in the car and getting out with the blick in her hand. I didn't know that. I thought it was more so them being outside and bruh applying pressure on her, and she just, you know what I mean? I didn't know all that other stuff happened.
And Fetty, she was blocked in too, so it wasn't like she could have just hopped in her car and drove off. Like she
Yeah,
was
that's
in the
true.
parking lot. She in a parking lot with other cars around her. You feel me? Like this is a woman too. Like it's hard for men to sit up here and talk about what we would have did and this, that, and the third. But that's a whole woman with a pussy that she got to protect because motherfuckers trying to rape women. Ain't nobody trying to rape y'all niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Right on.
Also,
What you
you
were
have
saying,
to take in
Broad daylight in
consideration.
the Walmart parking lot. She was about to get raped.
Man, the white man created rape, nigga. Yeah. They
Wait,
raped
what?
5 continents.
Man, they've been doing that.
Everybody in Australia. They done raped everybody.
Bro,
South
arcane
America,
humans
North
been doing
America.
shit like that.
Yeah,
Keep up.
man. Fuck all that. Shit.
So her getting out of the car, we have to consider state statutes. So they have stand your ground. So we have to look into that first before we say, well, she got out the car, and you know what I'm saying?
I think they say more so from an ethical standpoint, because by Florida
No,
law,
yeah,
you're
ethical
allowed
is-
to.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have. Matter of fact, it's an open carry state, so
Absolutely.
you're allowed. Now they do have rules against brandishing, right? And you could get into all the legalese of this, if this would fall into brandishing or not. But you can get out your car with your gun in your hand. There's
Yes,
nothing.
you can. And
Hey,
she
Haskell,
fired
I
one
think
shot.
this is what I'm
She
saying.
fired one shot.
I'm saying she operated outside of
How
any
about that?
parameters and which state she's in regarding brandishing and all of that. You know
How
what I
do you
mean?
know that? Do you have the Florida statute?
Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear
No,
what I
I
just
don't want to
said?
hear you. Show
Exactly,
us.
No, he's
exactly,
asking.
exactly.
He's asking, brother. He's asking. He's not
That's that
necessarily
Baltimore
saying.
education, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
No, it ain't. Oh, wait a minute.
I know
Hold
you.
up.
I know who you are. Eve. I
No,
know
it
you.
doesn't matter. No, we're not going here. So now that's an ad hominem. Stop it. So
You just
Baltimore
misinterpreted
education is
you
what?
clearly misinterpreted what I said, bro.
No, hold.
Yeah, let him go. Let him go, Aoife. I wanted to hear what he say.
All
Like,
right.
what was he saying, Fetty?
I said if she operated outside of the parameters of whatever state she was in, then what am I supposed to do? He took it a whole nother way. You saw how defensive he got?
No. What did you say afterwards? You said Baltimore education. I want you to elaborate on that.
We already did a show on that one.
He basically
We
trying to
gonna
say
go down
niggas
a
in
rabbit hole
Baltimore
with that.
stupid. That's basically what
So
he trying to say.
okay. So if that's the case, show us the data that
Well,
Baltimore
bro got it.
education
You see
is
how offended he got? You saw how offended bro got?
I'm not getting offended. Look, slow it down because we're going into something else than what we were
All
actually.
right, bro. I'm tired of cutting corners with your ass. I'm making that joke regarding you because I heard you make other arguments. Let me finish.
When you say
Let me finish, bro. Let me talk now. Let me talk. Shut up. Let me talk. Shut up.
No,
Shut
I'm
up.
going to
Let me
tell
talk.
you something first.
E5, my Baltimore brother. Be quiet. Be quiet. Let me talk. You clearly misinterpreted what I said, jumped out the window and said, I'm not trying to hear what you're saying. So just admit that you misinterpreted
I ain't
what
trying
I
to
said.
what you trying to say.
So
Since you
again,
wanna bring it down.
can you admit that you misinterpreted what I said?
First of all, let's
Yes
slow
or
it
no?
down.
It's a yes or no,
No,
bro.
no. I made a statement. I said we have to
Address
study
what
the
I
state
said.
stats. Hold up, bruh. I said that we have to understand each state statutes.
No, you
So
made that
y'all-
statement. No. You made that
Hold up,
statement
and
in
your ass
response.
is so goddamn hard, bruh.
You made that response in response to me saying what you thought I said. And you said, well, we just can't say.
Irrelevant. What I'm telling
Why
you
you not about
is
to play these games with me, bro? Bro, you can't fool
now
me,
we're
bro.
playing games.
It's you, bro. Just admit
So
that you
can't-
misinterpreted what I
can't-
said and we can move on, bro. Like,
So
we ain't got to be stuck on this, bro.
interpretation at.
Again, you thought I was making a definite statement. Do you get it?
What did you say? What
Oh
did
my
you
God.
say about
This guy,
Baltimore?
bro.
What did you say? What did you
Again,
say?
that was in
You said
response, right?
Baltimore
Can I
education meant
finish? Can
what,
I
though?
finish?
What did
Can
you
I
mean it
finish?
by?
Shut the hell up, bro. Shut up. Let me
What
talk.
did you know? Explain exactly what you meant by your remark.
It was in response because you misinterpreted what I said, and it was just a joke because of other comments. Let me finish. Let me finish. Shut up, bro. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, bro.
No, I'm not going to shut the hell up.
You got offended, bro. You got offended because again, we've had multiple combos, and you misinterpret shit a lot. I know who you are. I had combos with you before.
It doesn't matter what
you're getting offended. I'm telling you, your logic and reasoning is a little off.
I'm asking you.
I'm telling you, it was a joke, bro. It was a joke, my nigga.
So I think it was
to get butthurt and asking for data. Like, shut the hell up. And you don't want me to show no data on B-more.
You can still keep talking.
But again, we getting caught up. We getting caught up. What I said originally was, if she operated outside of the parameters of whatever state she's in, then hey, bro, I wish her the best, and I wish she gets the lowest sentences possible, right? So I'm not. So again,
she hasn't been charged, Fetty. So
that's not what I'm saying. He's not understanding where I was coming from. I said
you clearly. Wait a minute. You clearly reiterated what I said was like, well, we can't. Like, you made the voice and everything, so you clearly thought I was making a definite statement. But that's all right. We was talking.
So what I was doing, if we really want to get into it, and you can run it back. What I was doing was saying that we need to really understand those state statutes first before we make any assessment.
You literally said we
getting out of the car, brandishing.
Oh my God,
brother, calm down. And then you made a statement that Baltimore education. I'm like,
no. You repeated. No. You repeated what I said, right? You was like, you literally said, well, we can't just go out and say, well, we need to. Well, she operated outside of the. I didn't say that. That's why I said your Baltimore education. It was a joke because you misinterpreted what I said. You literally
So it shouldn't have been associated with Baltimore.
Anybody listening to
this, it shouldn't have been associated
with my voice and everything. And nigga like, well, we can't just go out the window and say. Like, I'm just saying, you
could have said. You could have said. You could have said,
bro.
No, it's not an L. You could have said. You could have used. Listen. So I'm trying to tell you not to make a false generalization. What you should have said was, you misinterpret what I said, Ifa. You made it a Baltimore thing, and that's where it gets confusing to
Ifa,
audience that's listening to it.
Did you give your official position, Ifa?
Okay.
On whether Ifa, did you give your official position, and if you found this to be a justified shooting or murder/manslaughter? Did you give your opinion on that?
I don't find it as manslaughter. I find that the woman was threatened, and what I'm saying, I'm not a lawyer. That's why I was referring to people trying to actually study state statutes. We don't know. We don't know legalese. You know it?
Nah, for sure, because the rules
we can
differ
go as witnessing something, and we're coming from off the head saying, hey, like I'm saying, she was in her right. But legally, is she?
Yeah, but the question wasn't about whether
she not.
The question wasn't about her legality. The question about
we asked the legal. We asked the legal part too. Yeah. The way how I asked the question, two pieces was
let me ask you a question.
For both ethical and legal.
Yeah, let me just say something, Fetty. Fetty has been arguing, and he's in the middle ground. Fetty has not said yes or no. He has not said he has watched the video, but in arguing.
I'm arguing, bro. I'm not arguing anything, man.
I think it's conflation. Really, it's conflation, actually. So we can't get with ethics when we're talking about legal, right? I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
Hey, be more. Hey, Eve, I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on that.
All right, and I'm not angry at
you, Ifa. We separated
the two.
Angry. We asked to make an assessment on in both areas. No.
Yeah,
I said we. No, I didn't say you. I said the question of how we initially posed it was for each respondent to give an answer within each realm. So within the ethical realm, outside of the law, and within the within the legal framework, so far as we know it, because of course none of us are lawyers or legal experts, right? But insofar as what we know about the law, if we felt that she acted within the bounds of the law legally, and also separate from the law, was she immoral, moral, or ethically within bounds? Two
Right,
separate
but
questions.
Didn't even know the
what
question
I
was that.
find
My bad.
interesting, what I find interesting is when it deals with blacks and we defend ourselves, it becomes an ethical question. And I'm not saying repeat what in a so-called oppressive situation, because when I look at what's going on now, I see a lot of reactionary. What's been going on since blacks been in this country is reactionary. We aren't considered reverse racist. We never had the power to do it.
Facts.
You look at the speakeasies and things that we had in the 30s and all of that. Whites always came in our speakeasies and places. You look at hip hop, they always been invited. It was never signs, Jim Crows, or anything. And I just find it very interesting when it comes to a situation with blacks and white, with life and death. It's always questioned, and we got to pay full penalties, but yet other type of races or nationalities do not have to face the same morality questions or anything or legal.
Facts. And it's been that way.
It has to. I didn't even know y'all was asking a moral question though. I didn't know it was morally, and I didn't know y'all was compartmentalizing the question like that.
I didn't either. So I'm wrong on that part. What?
Yeah, ethically, white boys shouldn't have pressed the issue. I'll give him a lot of the blame, but I'm sure years down the line, if you were to interview this woman, she would have some self-reflection, and even though what she did at that moment felt justified, as she gets older or matured, I think she will look at it and say, I could have handled that.
Bro, that lady 60 something.
When you engage in any kind of confrontation, you're going to self-reflect anyway.
Wait. So who's that lady in that picture y'all sit in the chat? That ain't her?
Nah, the lady that did the shooting is like 60-some years old, bro.
Oh, she's 60?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, black man. I don't, because remember, her identity hasn't been released.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Her identity hasn't been released yet.
She was 60. She was worried about getting raped at 60.
Man, that's an old ass lady. I was gonna say it. Yeah, that changed a lot of shit.
They raped old women. They raped the senior citizen women.
If the racist Florida police aid arrest her, why are we even having the legal conversation?
Thank you.
They ain't even fucking arrested.
These niggas want to arrest her.
Exactly.
These niggas want her to go to jail.
My point.
What are we being around the dogs for right now?
Because
you know why?
Because listen,
you know why?
Hold on. They're chasing senior citizen women around the parking lot for 15 minutes trying to rape them. This is insane, the levels that we're going to. I said earlier, right? I said that according to that stand your ground shit, that retarded ass law, then legally she's justified. But I'm saying as a human being, you have other options before you shoot somebody.
No, you don't.
So, yes, you do. Yes, the fuck you do.
You never been.
You're not a woman.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, let me get this out. How many times you been in an altercation in your life, and how many times you had to shoot a motherfucker because of that altercation?
You actually think
right now.
You actually think I'm answer.
Hold on. We all men. We can fight other men. That's a woman, nigga.
Right now.
That's a
woman.
woman.
I could give you one option.
Hey,
hold on. A man can defend himself against another man. That's a woman.
Hold on, black men. I need y'all to do me a favor, right? I'm not here to moderate, but we're on Carnivorous Podcast, and y'all ain't letting Chef talk.
All right,
like let Chef like some. Even if you're gonna humble out for the nigga that own the channel at least. Go ahead, Chef.
No,
whoever can moderate,
I'm done. I think they heard me because
I could give you one option the lady had before she shot him. She could have just gave up the parking spot. That what they standing there arguing over, right?
What else she supposed
That's
to do?
not.
Buck
That's
her
not.
eyes? What else she supposed to do? Buck her eyes too, nigga?
Can I
Nah,
respond to Chef?
technically,
You said she ain't had no option.
Niggas
that's a fact.
Can I respond to Chef?
Nigga just could have humbled out and be like, you know
said,
what?
what is she supposed to buck her eyes?
Chef brought up a
grinning and
good
start tap
point.
dancing.
No, Chef brought up a very great point. But what I'm going to use it in a different style. Let's say that I don't want to fight when I go out here, but this guy or whoever is trying to fight me and trying to take my money. Right? I don't know he's trying to do that up front, but I see him advancing to me, and then you know, we get in an argument and all that. I only have certain amount of time to think about to respond to protect myself. I'm not using a gun.
I
I'm
agree
using
with
my
that.
hand.
I agree with that.
So okay, now we have technology. We have guns, and we have laws that have changed things. I don't say it needs to be the Wild Wild West, but when is it proper to defend yourself and when is it not? Like I could be a karate expert and take a person out.
And you niggas,
I mean, so
that's a woman we talking about. Is she
I
supposed
get
to fight
that
white
point
man?
too.
A woman,
I
but
get
to
that
Drop her
Logic's
gun
point,
and go toe
hold
to
on,
toe with a white man.
hold
That's
on,
what
hold
y'all
on. I
saying.
know we,
I've seen plenty of road rage videos, bro. Motherfuckers rolling the windows up and locking them doors.
Listen, I know
Road
we
rage is
talking
heavy.
about. Hold on, I know we keep hiding the woman and this and another, and I get that. But to Logic's point, the best case scenario is that one of them would have humbled out. And now the same thing where she could have gave up the parking space, he could have took his ass on too.
Yeah,
Right.
why
So
argue
there's
with
a
a woman?
reason. So there's a
Both
reason
have
why
emotional
he's
intelligence.
arguing. Like he could have. It's a Walmart. It's 1,000 goddamn parking spaces. Take your ass on and get the next one. But you
And I ain't
lost
gonna
your
be
life.
arguing with no old lady on no
should
parking lot.
always
Hold on,
back
hold on.
down.
What'd you say,
Hey,
Chef?
The person with the gun should always back down because you got lethal force. You know, if you
So, but
go
you
all
don't
the
know what
way,
he got.
somebody
Flush
got.
that. Wait. Flush that out. Say that again, Chef. What you
When you got the gun, you should always back down because you got the lethal force. You feel me? It's like when you got a gun, you know I ain't trying to get into no shit because if I get into some shit, somebody gonna fucking die. You feel me? So, bro, you got it.
But
Okay.
but you
So you're
don't
saying
know.
she's the only person who in the situation. Hold on, Eva. So you're saying I'm trying to understand what he's saying. So you're saying because she's the main person at this point that has the ability to take this shit to the next level because she got a firearm. If somebody was supposed to humble out, it should have been her to protect the loss of life. Chef, is that what you're saying? So I'm trying to get that because what throws this off for me is she got out the car with the gun. So when she got out the car,
That's what I'm saying. That changed a
I'm
lot.
trying to figure out when she got out the car. And it's only like I'm not looking for fault. I'm looking for clarity. That's why I'm gonna wait for this to play out before I make a final decision. But the fact that she got out the car with the gun kind of lets me know, and just being an observer, she was, I don't know, bro.
She went out there with it.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
seen a lot
so-
of road rage situations with men, women, men and men. I live in New Jersey, bro. Them shits happen all the time. And I've seen motherfuckers. Hold on. I've seen,
You keep saying
hold
that
on,
you're
real
not
quick.
giving an opinion, but you're chiming in with opinions,
Yeah,
bro.
Hold on,
He's just gathering more facts.
Hold on, let me get this thought out. So I've seen road rages, right? Now it would be one thing to say she's sitting in the car and she don't know what he's gonna do because she's sitting in the car. I get that part. But I've seen road rages too where the person's in the car and they got their phone and they filming the motherfucker losing his mind on the outside of the car. But the fact that she got out the car with the gun, I don't know. I want to know what
I'm gonna look, and this is an inference, right? But now that we have the information that she was on the phone with the police, it's very possible that she got out the car with the police on speakerphone.
Right.
So wait, hold on. So the man could hear that the police are on the way, and so that the police could hear what the man was shouting at her. And so they can hear that she's telling him to leave her alone. So now, again, all of that is an inference, right? But if I had to guess a reason as to why she may have stepped out, was so that he can hear the police and the police could hear him.
Okay.
Y'all gonna be mad if evidence come out that she started anger management classes or something.
Hold on, let Fetty go. Let Fetty go. What you saying, Fetty?
I'm trying to get him to make an opinion. Don't fall for the setup.
Yeah, I'm not making an opinion. The reason why, the reason why I'm not
real
making
quick, Fetty. Let me speak to what Brad said a while ago, right? To me, it's either you have an opinion or you don't, right? You can't be one foot in, one foot out. So don't say, well, yeah, you know. You should
but we ain't all just
I ain't gonna let you do my man Fetty like that.
Yeah, we didn't.
You know, but everybody misunderstanding. When you're in a situation, you only have a couple of seconds to
Now
make.
that was your best point. Hold on, let Logic.
No.
Let Logic get it. That's a great
Period.
So,
I'm not going to let nobody walk up to my car to wait to see what they might do to me.
That's a great point.
Certain people are more
Now, that's
conscientious
what's
than
ridiculous.
others. Certain people are more conscientious than others in those small seconds, though. We got to admit that as well. Go ahead, Locke.
Hey, I mean,
really enough, really enough.
Hey, man, hold on.
Don't have an opinion. One man don't have opinion first.
I know, but let Logic go real quick. Let Logic go real quick, and then I'll give it to you.
It interject a lot. It interject a fucking lot.
Okay, I got you, bro. Please let me get Logic, and then I get a microphone to you, say whatever you want. Let Logic. He ain't spoken like 2 hours. Let Logic. Go ahead, Logic.
Nah, I mean, and when we get live, Fetty definitely have the he have the tendency to kind of turn into a philosopher. He just asks the difficult questions.
Crazy, like
it's a compliment. It's a compliment, man.
Like that's crazy.
Actually, that's a compliment. You just being jumpy. That's what W.B. Du Bois did too. Like he asks difficult questions.
I'm the same nigga on live. What you talking about? I ain't switching up because I'm live.
Yeah, come on, nigga. I'm messing with you. Ain't that?
I got you.
You know that philosopher was that like obstacle work.
You be calling niggas the B word and all that, and I call you a philosopher, and you try to go off on me.
No, again. I thought you were saying that I'm switching up by giving a politically correct answer. I got you. My bad.
Relax, yo. Yeah, you relax, yo. Relax. Hey, don't. But look. So what True said. Look, what True said, man. Actually, True said made a lot of sense, and I think it could only be 2 things though. Either she kind of has it on her mind to where I'm gonna shoot him, and I got the camera out so I could justify shooting him. Or I'm actually not trying to shoot this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just found another.
It was no camera. She was on the phone with the police.
No, yeah, it wasn't a camera.
Well, even if she on the phone with the police, like it sounds like she's trying to just justify shooting him, right? Instead of trying to find a way not to shoot the nigga. Like that's just kind of the impression I'm getting.
She warned him 2 times. How many times do you got to be
don't
warned?
want to get a black woman the benefit of the doubt.
One or 2 times that I'm gonna shoot him if you take my parking spot.
Someone tell you leave him alone.
That I'm gonna shoot you if you take my parking spot.
No, that's not what. That's what the narrative you painted. What I'm saying is,
I'm asking you. I'm gonna pose it as a question.
The woman backed up and she said, don't come any further. She warned him twice. How many people you know that really want to? How many people you know that really want to do harm to you? Gonna warn?
And what kind of niggas arguing with an old lady at Walmart?
Right, absolutely.
Feel me? Think about that, bro. Do you argue with old ladies?
Okay. What about if you know somebody? If you know somebody want to harm you, and then you go stand in front of them, you actually get out of your car and tell them, "Hey, you better not harm me."
But so what you did was move the goalpost. You moved the goalpost.
No, I didn't.
They killing you.
No, I didn't.
Killing you.
Yes, you
Real
did.
quick.
No,
Let
I
me
didn't.
engage
Like,
Logic.
You
Let me
moved
engage Logic real
honestly,
quick,
she
y'all.
backing up.
situation. What was the
Let me
situation?
engage.
Her
Let me
backing
engage
up.
Logic right quick. So just so you know, Logic, the initial part of the video, right? What prompted her stepping out of the vehicle was him bearing down on her, right? I don't know if you're aware of that. So just so we're clear, she's in the vehicle. He starts walking towards her vehicle very quickly. So she jumps out jumps out the car with the gun. That's what prompted that. So I don't know if you were aware of that or not, but I just wanted to let that be known. So what do you think about that?
Okay, so if he posed himself as the clear aggressor, then are you saying that you clear on that based on that behavior, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
100%.
So once she was confronted with the behavior, did she then confront him back? So she knew getting out the car. She knew getting out the car. It wasn't going to be, we
So
about
let
to
me
squash
say
it.
this, Logic.
She didn't get out the car to squash it though, did she?
I think she did. Let me tell you how I see.
With the gun in her hand,
Hold on,
she was going to squash.
Real quick. I'm gonna answer exactly what you're asking. For me, her getting out the car was actually a defensive posture, a defensive tactic, right? That's how I'm looking at it because he's closing the distance. He's closing the distance very. Yeah, he's closing the distance very, very quickly. So to my eyes, just from the video, right? I don't think there was enough time necessarily to start the engine if the engine isn't started or try to get up out of there. He's bearing down on the car, right? If someone's bearing down on your car and you lock the door, some people are suggesting, hey, lock the door, stay in. Okay, you can do that. And I wouldn't necessarily criticize a person for doing that, but you're in a very, very vulnerable position if you do choose to go that route.
Great.
So to answer your question, I'm almost done.
Always give yourself a chance. And any threat, always give yourself a chance to get away. You do not lock yourself in no car. That's a stupid move.
Right. So
I didn't say lock yourself in the car, but she already got the gun in the car.
Was it bulletproof?
Bro, if she get out of the car,
let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish up, guys.
Bulletproof.
She the one with
Let me finish up right quick. Let me finish up.
Wherever she go, whether she in her
Let me
car.
finish up, y'all. Let me finish up, y'all. So Logic. So what you're saying is what would have been preferable to you, right? If you see a person closing the distance on your vehicle very quickly, not necessarily lock the car, but stay in the car and have your gun at the ready. That's preferable to what she did, is what you're saying.
What's the purpose of having a gun?
I think that's definitely an option for her. She could have pointed the gun at the nigga, started up her car, and got up out of there.
As an American citizen,
Hold on, black man. Hold on, black man. Hold on, black man. Hold on, right quick, black man. Hold on, black man. Hold on, right quick, black man. Hold on, bro. So what you so stay in the car, have your gun trained on him from the confines of the car. You're saying, to your mind, that's the more sensible option.
While she's in the car with the gun, and you see nothing in his hands, what's stopping her from starting the car and finding another parking spot?
The parking lot she in, brother. She boxed in.
Let's also remember too, before we go on, because I know this is the part of where everybody tries to kill Logic. But before we do that, let's just say
we're not jumping on Logic.
Hold on.
Not at all.
No, I'm reading the chat. Hold on, I'm reading the chat too. So it's not just y'all. So here's the other part. There's also and there would be Domo. I called it before he even joined. I already see where this is going. The second one, what's up, Domo? The second one is, in the heat of the moment, we can all make some decisions. This ain't planned out, thought out. This is in the heat of the moment too. So let's have some consideration, like Aoife said. We were judging her off of something that it happened in a split second. So we don't know how the level of fear she got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Don't ever remain in your vehicle.
Talking about what they would have did. Think about if this your mama, nigga, or your sister, or your daughter. Stop talking about what you as a man would have did. Because you can fight another man, but that's a woman, bro. Like, y'all niggas is tripping with that shit. That is a black woman. She did what
And
she
he's
was
a
supposed to do.
trained killer. He's a trained killer.
Did he get caught with any weapons? Was he found with any weapons on?
What
That
part
nigga
could have been
listen.
he might have been a chef or some shit in the army.
Listen, they still train. They train chefs in the
But we don't
military.
know. Until we know, hold on.
Any weapons on?
Until we know,
combat nurse.
until we know, bro. And then let's get Domo in there, pause.
Brass.
But
He
until
was
we
a
know
he
what
was
kind of
a-
army vet he was, let's just say he's
Doesn't
the
matter.
combat nurse.
Doesn't matter.
I'm asking if the nigga got caught with any weapon.
They train all
Just for clarity though. For clarity though, what is the criticism of the woman? What's the criticism?
Hold on. Logic and Domo, because Domo was responding to Logic in the chat, so I knew he was gonna be in here short. What's up, Domo? You and Logic, y'all talking?
What's up, Domo?
What's good with it?
I'm chilling. So like I'm under the impression that these bloodthirsty brothers in here just want that lady to shoot the man because he a different color, right?
I wish it
So
Who said that? Who said that?
So
Who
no, look,
said
let me
that?
finish. Let me finish what
I
I'm
wish it
saying.
never happened.
Yeah, me too. I definitely wish it never happened. And just to be honest, I guess like to simplify it, I wish that she'd have took more measures to not shoot him. Right, like maybe such as stay in her car, maybe such as switch her parking lot, maybe such as go to another Walmart.
He was
maybe
not
such
going to
as,
stop
like,
aggressing her no matter whether she was out the car or in the car.
If she stayed in the car and drove
He had
to
that
another
gun
Walmart,
trained on him.
he was going to get in his car and follow
Y'all
her.
let Domo and Logic talk for a second.
I think she had that gun trained on him, and whether she was sitting in the car or standing up, training that gun on him didn't deter him.
Cool.
But go ahead.
Cool.
But I do think it's a little unfair.
No. This is the scenario he's painting. She was supposed to get beat the hell up before she even could think about grabbing a gun that she was legally.
I don't think he's necessarily saying that. But I don't think he's saying that. But I do think
the hell out of before she
I don't
grabbed
think it
the
mattered to that man whether
Correct.
she was standing up or sitting down. He was going to aggress her regardless. I don't think it mattered to him.
Hey, Domo,
but I do think
what
though
do you
it
disagree with? Hold on. What do you disagree with what Logic said?
I think it's unfair to question how she should be, what she should have done.
Right.
Like when he was the aggressor.
Thank you.
At a bare minimum, it's like he should have calmed his ass down. He shouldn't have put his life in there. Because just because it's a black woman, whether it's older, younger, whatever, aggressive. You don't know what somebody got in their car. Like we've heard many instances of road rage incidents where somebody hop out their car, standing over somebody else's car, and end up getting shot. Right. So like in any instance like this, where you got somebody who's publicly aggressive, you need to sit your ass down somewhere. Especially if somebody else got a gun, because somebody said that when she got because she had a weapon, like she should have been more humble. It's like no.
Oh, so let me be clear with you though.
No sense.
Let me be clear with you. The dude dead wrong too. Like I ain't saying that he not dead wrong. He dead wrong.
No, he's not just dead wrong. He's dead because of his own actions.
Yes,
he dead and wrong.
He literally
because
is,
his own actions. If I see somebody got a gun and I don't have a gun, I'm humbled in the motherfucker. Like, I'm chill. I'm like, okay, this ain't what I thought it was. You
don't then chase him around the car for 5 minutes. You don't chase him around the car.
How you
for 5
chase
minutes.
somebody? But I'm saying, how do you get out of your car in self-defense, Corey? Let me just stay right there. How do you get out the car?
When a woman brandishes a gun, woman or man brandishes a gun, and someone's advancing towards you, what does that tell you right at that moment?
I think if a man chasing a woman around a Walmart parking lot,
it don't matter, man or woman. If somebody's coming towards you and you brandish a gun, what is that telling you? You tell them back up. What is that telling you at that moment?
Retreat.
Yeah.
Back up.
He should have backed his ass up. I mean, that's why I'm just confused by
No,
what
I'm saying
more
from her
the
point of
conversation
view,
is.
what is that
'Cause he
telling
should.
her? What was that telling her?
That's telling
He kept
her that that
advancing that he
Negro is
might have
crazy.
something.
It's telling
He
her that
might
he
have
is crazy.
right. Absolutely.
That's all that's
Rabid.
telling
He's
her.
rabid. He's
Self-defense.
it's a rabid
Y'all
white
crazy.
man. He had to be rabid
It
because
ain't about white.
again,
It's
when the
open that mouth.
squirrels around here is rabid, they don't run away from you no more. They if it's the squirrel is rabid, he might attack you, right?
Now
So
I do think
we know that white man was a rabid white man.
Now, I do think the racial element that comes into play that may make some people uncomfortable is the fact that we've witnessed specifically Black women be victimized time and time again without any, without anybody stepping up, without anybody doing nothing. And so because we've seen Black women be brutalized, and this is an instance where a Black woman refused to let that happen, it's like, yeah, like that's where it's like, yeah, finally. So it's not necessarily bloodthirsty. It's more so it's like, yeah, like defense. Yes, we're not gonna allow y'all to do the type of shit that y'all been on. Like, so it's more so an appreciation for an instance where this Black woman was made.
They wanted her to wait to see what was
we
going to happen.
Black people, y'all need to carry guns. Black people, y'all need to have these things to protect y'all, and that's what we saw in this instance.
But let's not minimize it to race. Let's talk
I don't
about
think that minimizes it, though. That's called
self-preservation. No. I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. Let's not just say race. Let's say a person is advancing to another person that feels vulnerable at that point. You don't have much time to think.
But what that does, though, the reason why race becomes relevant, though. But the reason why race becomes relevant is because you're ignoring the history of Black people being brutalized on camera. So, like, when you say, "Oh, again."
I didn't say that.
You can ignore it. I'm not saying. Listen, when you say let's not minimize it to race, that's not being minimized. That is a historical reflection. We're looking at a pattern, a trend of Black people being brutalized, and that trend playing a role in how we see this instance. That adds. I mean, again, when it comes to like Black people's experiences, like that conversation of objectivity tells us to ignore what it is that we've witnessed and what impacts us and how we view these scenarios.
But it wasn't meant. My point wasn't meant about race or anything. It was actually initially meant about self-defense. Now, later on, it overlaps into what we deal with as in racism, as in what we deal with as Black people. I get that point. That's already heated. But what I'm saying is, initially, when we're dealing with court systems, you're playing in a different ball game. You can't always bring that up.
Court systems use that objectivity to be anti-Black, though.
Yeah, okay, but hold up. When you deal with Carmelo Anthony's situation, right, which is a different case, right? We know this, right?
Right.
But you know what the most thing everybody said was that he had an all-white jury. It doesn't speak of that when you're dealing with the judicial system. It says that you have to have a jury of your peers. So it depends on where you live at. The racial demographics going to be a certain way. Now I know
but I think that's a perfect example of how objectivity or the illusion of objectivity within the court system is used. Hold on. No. You keep because I don't. You saying you understand it, but I'm not. I don't think you do. I'm making a further point in just what it is you're able to recognize. There's a specific criticism of the way in which objectivity is deployed fallaciously as a way to say that people get a fair shot when that's not true. Right? The legal system portrays itself as colorblind, but we know that it's not. And so in an instance where the court doesn't have to say that it has to be Black, right? But we know that if it ain't no Black people on that jury, then you don't have a jury of your peers.
So what you're misunderstanding is that's not what the jury. Look up jury of your peers.
I thought this was a 3-syllable max conversation here, young man. This is a 3-syllable max conversation, okay? All right.
Okay, so I'm trying to explain to you what does jury of your peers, does it deal with? We can pull this up. Everyone, whoever can do it faster. Pull up the
Well, while we waiting
jury
for
of,
somebody to
no,
pull it up, the criticism is of the letter of the law. Like whenever
let
we
me
say
get it
all you
out.
got to
Let
do
me
is
get
look
it
at the
out.
letter of the law, then
You're not letting me explain. You're not letting me explain. So what I'm
you're trying
saying
to
is,
explain jury of my peers, and I'm saying I
okay,
understand what that
okay, and
means. We don't need to look at the
I'm
exact
trying to bring
words to make
something
the
else into
criticism.
there. I'm trying to bring something else in there. If you
And what is
let
that
me
exactly?
do it. Okay, well, can you wait? So what I'm saying, jury of your peers does not mean that they have to have a certain racial grouping. Now, hold up. See, you won't wait.
Because that point is
Hold
understood.
up. Hold on. I'm about to bring it in for you.
Okay.
So that does not negate that we have inequality in the justice system. That's why there's checks and balances with that. That's why we go into, okay, you don't have to have a jury of your peers with all one race, but let's see what type of charge that they're being charged with that doesn't fit the crime.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. What you didn't, all of that I've already responded to. The fact of the matter is, when we use the letter of the law as a way to legitimize the system or as a way to ignore the racial implications, that actually works to the detriment of people who are racialized, specifically Black people. So when we say, oh, well, just look at what this term means.
You're doing it again.
What am I,
Come on now.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Three syllables or less. Come on. 3 syllables or less.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that when objectivity doesn't help us in this instance. It's like Black people in a racialized society,
So have
like
you
trying to make things.
So have you studied Huey P. Newton?
Very much so.
So if you did that, you would understand what he did when he dealt with legal. What was his major?
But I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to get with
No,
that.
no, it's nothing to figure out.
Huey P. Newton specifically had a criticism of the way in which
we trying to
Huey P. Newton
justify the behavior.
specifically recognized.
Huey P. Newton is the god around here, bro. We know everything about
any good reason.
Come on now.
No,
Bloodthirsty,
Huey P. Newton actually flipped what they thought they had in the legal sense against us. He used the very system that they thought wasn't protecting us.
Right,
That's
but
what
he
I'm
also
trying to
recognized,
tell you. That's what you still
that the way
gotta
in which
do.
the law
That's
was
what Thurgood Marshall did. See, you guys be going all
but they also recognize, those same people also recognize though that law was not objective. They did not live or die by the letter of the law. They recognized that you needed to understand it, but in no way, shape, or form did they feel like it was a level playing field to any degree.
And so
in the
what
way in
you're
which it was
telling me,
interpreted.
legislation hasn't been changed since when?
That does not.
Legislation always changes.
The question of the changing of legislation, that again, we're not talking about whether or not it changes. We're talking about the way in which it's understood and interpreted. And looking at the law from an objective standpoint works to the detriment of Black people, because if you ignore the way in which people experience the law as opposed to what the law says it is, then that experience disproves the colorblind objective nature in the way in which the law and legal is understood.
The law and practice, the way it's practiced.
Okay, and that's why you have people that fight for laws to be changed. Do you understand that? But you got to prove it.
I think we diverge in like what's relevant.
No, we're
in
not.
The conversation.
We're right on point, because what you're saying is one-sided. So then, therefore, it's someone that has to come and change that legislation.
Even changing legislation is still one-sided. That is just because it changed don't make it any less one-sided.
So what do you mean? There's still Jim Crow? There's still Jim Crow? Hold on. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
It doesn't have to still be Jim Crow. Hold on. Here's the thing. It doesn't. Hold on. Let me answer the question. It doesn't have to be.
It's neo
it
Jim
doesn't.
Crow. Yeah. It's no.
It doesn't have to be Jim Crow by name in order for it to still produce the same impact, right?
Hey, but
Domo, just say.
I'm trying to
Hey,
figure
Domo,
out.
Hey, Domo, I'll just call it neo Jim Crow. That's what I'll call it. So yeah, Jim Crow's still here. This is with a different flavor, a different spin on it.
Man, hell
So
no.
it's slavery, and it's with the different. And when you deal with prison,
Well, no, I
you
mean,
could say slavery
I agree
still
with
exists.
Hattie.
Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here. Right?
He
Ain't no
said,
fuck.
he
Right?
said, he said,
If,
Right?
If anything, that's been
he said
disrespectful to
neo.
the
He said,
ancestors who did all that work to get you where we at now.
he said
y'all
neo.
don't really
what you
understand
seem,
what Neo mean.
what you seem
Niggas
to
don't
be
understand what Neo
focusing
mean.
more so on
Yeah, I
No, I
understand
was
what
talking
Neo
to Fetty,
means.
bro. I was saying
We
Fetty. He
back
said
in we still in Jim Crow.
he said neo Jim Crow.
We
to me.
not
They're not,
in Jim Crow.
Neo Jim Crow, man.
but that's not the
Yeah,
same. But that's literally by definition not the same
it's
thing.
different. We're
Neo Jim
describing
Crow
we're
means that it's
describing
not the Jim Crow of the past.
we're
Right.
describing what we can see the difference between something that's systematic racism versus systemic.
I
Right?
know what y'all
Just
saying.
just because it's in its wording, right? It's not as explicit. It's not as explicit in its wording. If we see the impact, if we see the disparities from the results of how it's implemented, it's still there.
I think
it's
Efa.
systemic.
I think
But
Efa
no,
was
I'm
making a
saying
good
this
point
word.
though.
I'm saying this word at IFA though.
He
Like,
think
was
making a
making some
different
good
point
points.
than
Break it
what we
down
was
to what I'm
talking
trying to
about.
tell them, because they're not listening to what I'm saying. Disparities are there. They exist.
Yeah, he
What I'm
admitted that.
saying
Yeah.
to you is the movement that was made through civil rights eradicated Jim Crow visually, where someone can tell you, you can't go here, you gotta ride in the back of the bus, you have a fighting ground now. That legislation has changed. This is what I'm
But
trying
it
to
didn't
tell you.
eradicate
Yeah.
the disparities though.
Well,
So that means that the
I
law
never
can
It's still
said that.
change,
progression. It
but
still
the
has been paradigm
outcome,
shifts though, right?
but the outcome. But that's why you
Bro,
keep
ain't been
saying
no
like nobody
goddamn
understands what you're saying, and
paradigm
it's like
shift.
it's
Y'all
not
That's
that.
why he
What
said
you're
it was
saying
neo.
ain't that
so
That's
complicated.
why he said it was neo Jim Crow.
I get it.
It
I
ain't been
get
no
it.
damn
Neo.
paradigm
So
shift.
okay.
What
I'm
paradigm
saying
shift? What
the civil
paradigm
rights
is you living
movement.
in?
I thought black people hung their pride on the civil rights movement and shit. So y'all acting like
No,
no
they
progress.
do. They
We
do,
didn't
but
say
it's
y'all
not.
talk, y'all
What do you mean
we didn't
black
say
people?
no progress was made.
What do you
No,
mean
I'm
black
saying the
people?
rhetoric. Man,
What do you mean black
No,
people?
I
What do you mean
think
outside?
what you're
You're outside
misinterpreting
the
about
black
the
people?
criticism is not. It's not that the legacy of the civil rights movement wasn't influential and it didn't bring about change. But
It
and
did
this
bring
is why
about change. What are you talking
this is
about?
why critical race theory is I think is like what
But I
all
think
black people need to
Efa
understand.
was trying to walk with you though, Domo. Efa was essentially saying, wait, are we saying that certain things that was pivotal in our progression in this country, it's like the rhetoric, and you're right, you're not directly saying it, but saying, the ultimate premise, nothing has really changed. We still in this, and I somewhat agree, but saying that and someone hearing it can kind of interpret it as if it cannot finish. It can come off as if you're undermining the progress that has been made in certain historical periods. That's all.
Absolutely.
No, and I get that, but that's why it's like that's why I think the importance, like I focus more on again the way that things are interpreted, because what we saw white supremacy and white nationalism do is it took what was racial language during Jim Crow and then they codified it into more generic language, but still had the same racial impact.
So essentially, it's essentially it sprinkles on shit. It sprinkles on shit, and you saying if the foundation is shit and the letter of the law was written in a certain way that wasn't incorporated into it, it can never be true in its intent. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, not whether or not it can be, because we're talking about a system is dictated by people, right? And the biases of the people who dictate the system are reflected in the way in which laws and policy is interpreted. So what I'm saying is more so we can, like, if we look at the Calais decision and Louisiana decision, they never got rid of civil rights. They never got rid of, civil rights protections. But their argument was, we're going to interpret the way in which racism can be displayed in law in such a narrow framework that it almost becomes unenforceable, right? So it's like we have now found a way to create racial political disenfranchisement by making it partisan, right? So if we focus on partisan, it has a racial impact. but we can create that racial impact without saying race. So it's like that doesn't mean
So,
that the thing
and
to change
Domo,
that.
I'm
Are
not
you
being
talking about
facetious.
that
I'm asking a
recent
question.
Supreme Court
So,
decision there,
you saying,
my brother
so are you
Domo?
saying that you're not going to be
Yeah.
you're not going to be
With the
satisfied
gerrymandering?
until
All right.
we're represented 50% plus in certain? Is that what you're saying? You want our representation in these positions to be 50% plus to make it balance. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, more so
We
our
need more.
representation. Our representation needs our representation needs to reflect the influence. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's
Okay,
more so
okay.
because like we're represented, like actually in a lot of cases, especially within the Democratic Party, we overly represented. Like in the House of Representatives, we're at parity in terms of like actually I think like slightly above parity in terms of population of the nation and population in the in Congress. Right. So in places like we have fair representation, it's more so that what that representation has done to reflect the influence and what policy looks like. So we got all of these people, but because whether it's key positions, whether we're talking about the Supreme Court, whether we're talking about holding particular positions in the Senate, like there's still a deficit in our numbers being able to reflect the positive impact on policy itself. And I think that that has more to do with the underlying system. Because like I said, I'm an
And the way it's
Afro-pessimist, so I
enforced.
stand on the fact that
That sounded
like, we don't
circular
have this
as hell.
democracy without anti-blackness. We don't have America without
That
anti-blackness.
sounded so circular. I'm like,
And the way that it's
dude,
enforced too, because the way
That
that
sounds circular.
policy, the way
yeah.
that policy is enforced, has a lot to do with it too.
I mean, we
Yeah,
did
right,
something,
right,
but we didn't do
right.
something, but we did something. That's what
So
you
if
said.
that's what
You
you took, if
said,
that's what you took from what I said, like that's just
claiming
reflects
like
more
the
of your
famous.
comprehension.
No,
I
it's
mean, we
not
ain't got to
about
argue about it. If
comprehension.
that's what you took from what I
It's
said, then you can
not
have that.
about comprehension. It's actually what you said. We did something, but we didn't
That's
do
not
something.
what I said, bro. You trying
So
to
we have a
simplify it to
party
your
that
understanding.
actually engages in it, but they really didn't make any kind of. That's what you said.
No,
Say
like
it
listen,
again.
you
He's
can
talking
you
about our
if
numbers. The
that's
numbers
all
is
hold on, if
reflecting
that's all you could take from what I said, you
Oh,
can
it's not
have
about
that.
ego at the end of the day.
You
It's
can
not.
have that,
It
bro.
really isn't. But
You
it,
can have that.
and it doesn't
If
matter
you can
what I
keep saying
can
that's what
have.
you said. That's what you can
Here's
grasp. Okay, I got it.
here,
That's all you
okay,
was able to
because
grasp.
I got a
That's cool.
Baltimore education anyway. So check this out. Watch
I
this.
know a lot of
Watch this.
extremely intelligent people from Baltimore. I don't know what that
No,
means.
there aren't any. There aren't any. We come from the wire.
Shout out
Listen to
the
this.
leaders of a beautiful
It was a
struggle in
joke, bro. I
Baltimore.
got a lot of
And
homies in B-Boy. It was a joke, bro.
Shout out to the homie Davon Love in
no,
Baltimore.
I'm just making a point. I'm just trying to be, I'm making, come on. Y'all know
You
what
being
I'm saying.
facetious. I get it. Nah, you good. You got it.
Okay, so here's the thing. So we haven't seen total equality in this country. Everyone knows that. But we can fight this. We have the legal power to fight these inequalities. That's why it's so important for us to concern ourselves with Carmelo Anthony. It's not just about ethics. It's about how you're being charged and was the charges correct for him to be convicted of. See, we have to look at all the totalities of these things. And it's not being looked upon. Well, we're going to buy his emotion. Well, he shouldn't have brought a knife. We're not getting into all of that. We're saying legally, did this man have the intent to do what he did? And was he actually convicted of
We talking
crime?
about the grocery store incident, ain't we?
Well,
we going all
wait
this
a minute.
time.
I'm going somewhere when we're talking about the inequality in the justice system. That encompasses everything. So if you slow with it, that's up to you. Inequality means what?
Wait, hold up a second. Domo came in here to defend the lady in some kind of way. Y'all, like, you making him the bad guy. Like,
No, I'm not.
No,
What I'm
it was
saying
more
is
so talking about the
inequality
historical.
when
Yeah, they was
she-
talking about history
Right,
and all of that. And
right.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is- see,
Hey,
dude.
Logic. It sounded like the debate that Domo had with Dude. They was making like similar contrasting points regarding what was the topic y'all debated on, Domo? What was the topic? What was that shit called? Anyway, the dude, the dude was
Can policy be revolutionary?
right, and it sounded like Ephod was making a lot of the same points that dude was making in that debate. So I thought,
And you talk about Inyame, yeah.
so that's what I thought.
So because of that, that kind of leaves black people a little bit more room to fight, not necessarily fight back, but they justified in defending themselves in particular ways in which white people wouldn't be justified because they got a different history with the justice system.
So we're talking about inequalities.
So black people got a little bit more leeway when it comes to self-defense.
No, what leeway we got? What leeway?
No.
If it's inequalities,
Well, I don't
that's
know what
shown
made you
by
say that.
data.
Because I'm trying to figure out why the history of the Justice Department. I'm trying to figure out why the history of the Justice Department is some sort of a way relevant to how this lady acted. Because I could only interpret it. Hold up. I could only interpret it in this way. Like, so the history of the Justice Department, and we know it could be unfair.
So that's
I'm trying to figure out like why you would have brought it up then. Because unless you're trying to establish that because of the justice system, it further verifies or justifies, the way she acted. I don't understand how
that's
it's
not
relevant.
what I was talking about at all.
Well, maybe
I'm saying because the inequalities in the justice system, she's being viewed a different way anyway. And it's due to propaganda through the news media. So you're conflating something totally different. I don't know what you're talking about at this point.
Hey,
She got a
Logic,
gun in her
did you
hand.
see
She
the video though, Logic?
She got a gun.
Let me check it out. Let me check it out so I can. I've seen it, but let me make sure I'm looking at the one y'all looking at, so I can see I ain't
she's
missing
in her car. She's in her car. She's supposed to stay and let whatever happen. She don't even know what's gonna happen. She just know this man coming. So she has a license for a gun. What do you need a license for a gun for? To what?
Nah, brother, you missing what I'm saying.
Not to shoot
in the
people.
car,
Not to shoot people.